once cried. A new dawn breaks across the plains. Hope rekindles in the crimson tide, as freedom's anthem calls our names. Great again, we rise as one, under stars that guide our way. A song of promise has begun, and strength returns in light of day. Of dreams are ripe once more. Factories hum with honest pride. Our banner waves on every shore, with courage marching by our side. Great again, we rise as one, under stars that guide our way. A song of promise has begun, and strength returns in light of day. Through trials dark, we found our steel. The eagle's cry breaks through the night. In unity, our wounds now heal. We chase the dawn with fearless light. Great again, we rise as one, under stars that guide our way. A song of promise has begun, and strength returns in light of day.
I love that. Hey guys, how you doing? Dr. Jade is not with us this week. I don't think she'll be here next week either. She's got some other things she had to prioritize, but I'll guarantee she's watching. So I'll try to do the show justice. How's everybody doing this week? Hey, what's up, Charlie? What's up, Louie? Simon, how you guys doing? My brother, my real brother, is in the house. My brother from another mother, Chris, is in the house. How's everybody going? Because Jade's not here this week, I'm going to do something that I wanted to do for a while. Thanks, Charlie. At the 7 o'clock hour Eastern, I'm going to be bringing my son on, and I'm going to play several of his videos. I'm going to interview him, and that ought to be fun. If you know my son, that's going to be a fun time. So how's everybody doing? How was your week? Everybody, let's see. Oh, I like the bumper music. Yeah. Yeah, I got to create another one too, because there's some parts of that intro that no longer are important. So I got to create a new one. I just got to come up with an idea. But I do it, guys. You know, Louis, I do it so that it gives people time to get in. You know, when we start, it's like 3 minutes long, so it gives us time. So let me see. For this hour, we're going to go over some stories, and at the 7 o'clock hour, I'm bringing Richie Valor in for an interview. He did something amazing today. I'm going to let him talk about it. I've never seen it done before. It probably has been, but I just never saw it done before. So I'll let him talk about that. Let's see. So for tonight, let's see. We got another plethora of news for our UK friends. UK government on the verge of making it illegal to tell the truth. We'll get into that. I feel sorry for my friends from the UK. Many of them are going to be in here. Trump administration halts all immigration applications from 19 countries. Since I put that up there, it's now been increased to over 30. According to Christy Nome, there are over 30 shitholes that we are not going to bring in here anymore. I wrote GTFO, but Minnesota Somalis say they want to live under Sharia law instead of U.S. Constitution. See, that was always the plan, right? You get in, you keep your head low, you steal a boatload of money from U.S. taxpayers, you scam them, and then you say, we don't really want to assimilate. We want to go with Sharia law instead. No, get out. Tim Walz complains that calling him retarded, the R word was used, will lead to violence. Yeah, by his people. A top UK government figure ran secret campaign to destroy Breitbart News. Can you imagine that? Yeah, I can. So there we go. Another one. How did America make it 250 years without enrichment from Somali refugees? Stitchfield. He was. I remember him on Newsmax. I don't even know if he's still on it because I haven't watched Newsmax in a while. But he's pretty good. Stitchfield wants Ilhan Omar's citizenship revoked because it's obvious she married her brother. We'll get into that, and she did. There's records that she did. Ford CEO says Trump executive order will allow them to make affordable vehicles right here in the U.S., which is a good thing for our auto manufacturing industry. The war crimes hoax was always about taking out Pete Hegseth. They hate his guts because he doesn't want transgenders in the military and all the other bullshit that goes along with that. The Trump administration drastically scales back work permits for asylum seekers. Yeah, good. This woman, Fonnie Willis. So the Trump case is finally dead, but Fonnie Willis left Fulton County taxpayers on the hook for millions of dollars for a case that she never legally had. She broke the rules in Georgia, state rules that say that like a high profile case like that, you have to go through a committee, a panel, if you will. And no one on the panel wanted to take the case against Trump because they knew it was lawfare. But so she just stood up there and made this speech, a desperate speech saying, all the other district attorneys of the other counties of Georgia are in the back pocket of Trump. And I think he could sue her for that, but she went on with her lawfare and look what happened to her now. So winning appeals court grants administrative stay to keep National Guard in D.C. Now, think about this, guys. For January 6th, right, which was a 2.5-hour riot of what was it? Like 2%, if that, of the people who were there, right? And it never made its way inside the building. It was outside the building. Never made its way inside the building. People went in, but they weren't rioting inside the building. Okay, so Nancy Pelosi, who refused to accept Trump's offer of 10,000 guard troops for January 6th, right? She then, after January 6th, she had them all there for, what was it, 2 years? Every day for 2 years, right? And so now they want to get rid of them because Trump has them. So here you go. So this is the guy who was the pipe bomber, is what they're saying. I thought it was a woman, although these days on the left, you don't know. That could be a woman. Who the hell knows? So accused D.C. pipe bomber Brian Cole Jr.'s face unmasked for first time after arrest is resurfaced photo. I think there's a lot more to that part of the story than meets the eye. I think he's going to be a fall guy. I don't know what they offered. I don't, not our guys. I don't know what the left offered him to do that. Now look at this. Internet goes nuts over Gavin Newsom's nut-crushing sitting pose. Look at that. Yeah, he's a real man. We want him in the White House. Yeah. Venezuela's anti-U.S. alliances, we'll go over that, which is important. Look at them all. The Ayatollah, Putin. You got Xi Jinping. I don't even know who this guy is. I have no idea who he is. Anyway, Hegseth did not issue kill them all order. Can you believe this? It was because there was a narco boat that the drones took out, and then there were two guys floating, still alive, and another bomb came down, or missile, and took them out. So now they're all saying, we want Hegseth to be impeached and removed, right? And if the Democrats win the House, that's what they'll do on day one, right after they impeach Donald Trump. They'll get rid of Hegseth. An admiral testified saying, no, he didn't give a kill them all order because he wouldn't do that anyway. U.S. DOJ sues California and 11 states for failing to provide voter registration rolls. Gosh, I wonder why. I should bring Mark Davis on for that one. In fact, he's involved in a lot of stuff that I'll get into later. A lot of cool stuff going on in the country over voter registration and whatnot. Bombshell report reveals shocking new motive for DC National Guard shooter, the guy that shot the two and killed the one. Here we go. Mamdani taps a felon, the guy on the left, because the guy on the right is the racist, who served 7 years for robbing New York City taxi drivers as criminal legal system advisor. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess if you want someone to advise criminals, which in their world, that's what I believe this is going to do. You want a criminal, I guess. I don't know. But he's with Louis Farrakhan. Imagine that. Trump rolling back Biden-era cafe standards that drove up car prices. That's in conjunction with the other one. Then we have our absolute plethora of stuff going on. Say, hey, Commander, what's going on? Justin Castro. Yeah, he is, man. Yeah, I've been emailing back and forth with him today and yesterday about all the stuff he's involved in now. It's going to be big. A lot of big stuff's going on. All right. So let's see who else is here. Did I miss anyone? Nope. All right, cool. So let me start off here. Well, I'll wait for our UK friends to get in here. I'll see if 40's going to be in. I'll read it. I'll wait for him. But let's see. Let's go down to, yeah, this is great. So this is American Greatness, which is a good news periodical. Morning Greatness, or I thought it was American. Yeah, it's AG, so they say more. All right. Morning Greatness. Trump administration halts all immigration applications from 19 countries. As I said earlier, it's been up to over 30 now. I heard that like 10 minutes before the show. Good Wednesday morning. Yeah, this is Wednesday. Here's what's on President Trump's agenda. 10 a.m., the president participates in White House internship program class photo. Okay. 2:30 p.m., he makes an announcement. News roundup. All right, so we go through all that. Let me see. Where are we? There we go. And that's it. Holy crap. Why'd they do that? All right, so let's see. Where is it? I got to get to the damn link. There we go. Whew. Share this tab instead. Oh, because it's Axios. All right. And they made it a pay one. Oh, you jackasses. Well, we all know what happened. We all know that Trump went from 19 to 30 plus today. And basically what he's saying, what the administration, and this was Harmeet Dillon, I believe, was involved in this as well, who I love. And Kristi Noem made the announcement. It's now, because they asked, really, from 19? She said, well, now it's over 30. So it's basically countries that, like Somalia, okay? Trump asked a reporter who asked him, really, you're going to stop third world countries from coming here? And he goes, okay, so let's take Somalia. Do they have a president? No. Do they have a leader? No. Do they have a government? No. Do they have a military? No. Then what the hell do we want them here for? They're so unstable. And, you know, there was a report that came out that said that Somalis, because they're so destitutely poor over there in their shithole, that they're used to scamming the government, right, from all that foreign aid, because the government doesn't make anything, because their people don't make anything. So they're used to scamming. So when they come here, right, they come here and they all settle mostly into Minneapolis, right, St. George Floyd town, right. And so what happens is they learn that they all get on the dole, right? They're all on welfare. And it's the largest Somali community in the United States. And I think maybe it's like the third largest in the world, something like that. But it turns out that when they find a scam, a good scam to use, and I think it's the constituents of Ilhan Omar, there's like 3 of them that are being highlighted right now, like over $1 billion in scams of U.S. taxpayer money, right? And a lot of it's Minnesota taxpayer money too on the local level. But according to this source, they said that these people, while they're here, their whole mentality is, why aren't you actually in on the scam? What are you, a dope? Are you an idiot? Come on, you loser, get in on it. Why aren't you doing that? And it's like, they're like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there's a scam going on. It's just yeah, we don't want them here. How's that? That's how I feel. Oh, you like that? Yeah, maybe cursing would help. Yeah. I didn't think anybody could see that. I put it way back there so that you couldn't, but it was just a little inside joke. But that's good. You guys can see it. All right. You should have seen the one I wanted to put up, right? All right. So let's go into the next one. Yeah, here we go. So I say GT FO. Let me put this one up. Share screen. There we go. So Minnesota Somalis say they want to live under Sharia law instead of the U.S. Constitution. Okay. So Somali Muslim aliens living in Minneapolis, Minnesota, say that they want to live under Islamic Sharia law, which includes forced marriages, child brides, and executions for insulting Muhammad. Can you imagine? He knew that, and can you imagine? Tim Walz will go, well, come on, you bigot. Why won't you let him do it? A new video from filmmaker Ami Horowitz, who's great. This guy is awesome. If you can see a video from him, watch it because he's really good. Filmed on the streets of Minneapolis, is raising alarms after multiple Somali Muslims, migrants, openly stated they would rather live under Sharia law than the United States. And the only answer by every American should be, I knew it, because they don't want to assimilate here. They were here all this time sucking the money from the system, right? They don't want to participate in the American dream. Horowitz released the footage on X under the caption, what Somalis living in America really think of the U.S. Several interviewees expressed, well, we should watch it. Yeah, let's go out there. How long? Well, sorry, it's going to go through Rumble. I can't hear anything. Hold on. Let me go in, see what's up with my audio. The speaker. That would make, okay. Turn it back on. I know we hear nothing. I know. I'm trying to reset my speaker. All right, let me go out, come back in. This I gotta talk to the people at StreamYard. It just okay, cool. All right. Now why is it still not playing? Hold on. Do I have something going on here? Hold on. All right. Jesus, what the hell's going on with this? Oh. All right, let's go. Get out of this. Get out of there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Where is there it is. All right.
This is the Cedar Riverside neighborhood of Minneapolis. Do you feel more comfortable living under American law, or do you feel more comfortable living under Sharia law?
Sharia law.
Yeah, because they'd be like, what, I can't beat my wife under the Constitution? What? and she can say something about it?
I'm a Muslim. I prefer Sharia law. Sharia law.
Then go to a place that has Sharia law.
Sharia law over American law.
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
And do you find most of your friends
what do the women say?
Feel the same way?
Yeah, of course. If you're Muslim, yeah.
He can make his daughter marry somebody.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. He has the authority,
The authority to that.
Yeah, to do
That
that.
authority.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
here, how young do you think it's okay?
Yeah, 15.
Is it right to kill somebody who insults Muhammad?
Yeah, because she is just, she had the religion, I understand. But she shouldn't beat up the prophet,
So you understand why people would want to attack her?
Yeah.
If you had a choice, would you rather live here or would you rather live in a Muslim country?
I'd rather live in a Muslim country with my people.
Would you prefer to live in America or prefer to live in Somalia?
For me, I think it's Somalia.
I would rather live in Somalia.
Yep.
I'm not Americanized.
Right.
I just speak fluent, and I'm, you know what I mean. I'm
You hear this?
articulate, and I can articulate what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. That's about it. But other than that, I mean, as far as my
I'm not American.
culture and my preferences and everything, it's still Somali. You know what I mean.
Even though
That's
here
just
you have all
unreal.
the freedom and
They
stuff like
admit
that,
And even though I have all the freedom,
I think life might be better in Somalia than here.
because now you have the freedom of it of practicing your religion while working and doing your other things.
Wow. Guys, that is like we thought, after 9/11 and we killed all those people and all our people died and it was a terrible, horrible freaking 2 wars. I mean, think about it. Yeah, he's a Nets fan. What a loser. He's a Nets fan. I love that, Lou. Yeah, but think about it, man. It's like, okay, so you come over here, you just take the money and the freedom, but then when you have yours, you think that you're going to continue to get the money if you want to like break free and do Sharia law. It ain't going to happen. I mean, Jesus, grow up. Grow up. All right, let's see the next one. Yeah, we are on Facebook tonight and Rumble, and I believe BitChute as well. Yeah, hello everybody outside of StreamYard and YouTube. So yeah, Deport. What's up, Cyber Bully? Good to see you, man. Let's see who else is here that I missed. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, let's do the next one. Yeah, Tim Wells, Tampon Tim. Here we go. Tim Walz complains that calling him retarded will lead to violence. Good Lord. Minnesota governor, let me bring this up a little. Minnesota governor and failed 2024 vice presidential candidate. I love how we're always going to add that now. Tim Walz, Democrat, of course, has complained that people are driving by his home and calling him a retard. He called me a retard. And that claiming that such language could lead to violence. And so claiming that Trump is a fascist, that would never lead to violence, right? That wouldn't lead to, like, say, somebody trying to shoot him in the head or another guy trying to shoot him at a golf course, right? It would never lead to that, right? Right, Tampon Tim? So after Donald Trump referred to him as retarded during a press conference on December 4, Walz claimed, "This creates danger," adding, "I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people. This is shameful." Right. Okay, but you use the fascist word on Trump when you guys are the freaking fascists. I mean, if we're going to look at behavior, that would be your side that are I mean, did Donald Trump silence the opposition, which is characteristic of fascists? No, but the Biden administration certainly did. They had 24 departments that were working with all the social media companies to silence conservative speech, stuff they didn't want you to hear. They even silenced the truth about COVID and the shots. Walz, Tampon Tim, further complained that he has yet to see any elected Republicans agree with him that such behavior is shameful, saying, "I'm worried. We know how these things go. They start with taunts and they turn to violence." So you do understand that calling the president of the United States or the guy that was running for president of the United States, you do understand that then. Who the hell is calling me? Number verified. Anyway, I think that was Richie. Yeah, I think it was him. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. He may be. All right. So let's see. Where was I? All right. Let me get back to reading this. So he understands that you can't you can't use that type of rhetoric to gin up your crazies, right? Because the right has crazies too. It's just that we never really see them in action. I mean, we saw Antifa in action. We saw all the other lefty knucklehead groups. We saw shooters, all that. You know, the pipe bombers, a lefty, right? We see all that. But we don't really see, they say that, remember when warm diarrhea brains Joe Biden was saying that white supremacy is the most existential threat today? Yeah, where the hell were they all? Like, where were they hiding? Were they all in the same barn? Were they going over their militia pamphlets or something? I mean, where the hell were they? We didn't see all this crime by them. We certainly saw crime by the left, right? So the comments come just days after President Trump referred to Walz as seriously retarded on Truth. I think he is too, last week, following reports of Somali migrant crime. Apparently, he allowed it to happen because he could have stopped it and he didn't. Why? Because he wanted votes. Looking for prey as wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. Jeez. The seriously retarded governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing either through fear, incompetence, or both, he noted. The corporate media attempted to make Donald Trump walk back the comments aboard Air Force One on November 30th, but the president doubled down, saying, "Yeah, I think there's something seriously wrong with him. Absolutely sure." He then referred to the Somali fraud case where some money defrauded from U.S. taxpayers, $250 million on the one, may have ended up funding the Islamist al-Qaeda franchise Al-Shabaab. And here's how, just to explain how they're able to say that. The remittances are how a lot of people in Mexico survive, right? Mexicans come here, they work, they make a decent wage, and they send it home. That's fine. But in Somali, it's like you could say, there was a hurricane, 12,000 people dead. $12 damage, it's a shithole, right? So when people here send that kind of money back home, that's like a lot of money. So Al-Shabaab, which is an Al-Qaeda franchise, like the spinoff, right? Well, they skim from the top and everybody knows it. So when they're sending this fraud money, it's one thing to send your own money and Al-Shabaab takes you, well, at least, the people there will get something, right? But then when you have a scam going on and you're taking hundreds of millions of dollars and a lot of that is going back to Somalia, and then you have a terrorist organization that is skimming off the top. When I say skim, 85% of that money they're taking. But see, the left wants to argue with, that's not true. No, we do know it's true. People who are here say, yeah, we knew it all the time. So anybody that would do what Waltz did, anybody, he said, that would allow those people into a state and pay billions of dollars to Somalia, it's not even a country because it doesn't function like a country. It's got a name, but it doesn't function like a country. It really doesn't. There's something wrong with Walz. Notably, hundreds of government workers in Walz's own administration have accused him of covering up fraud by Somalis and retaliating against whistleblowers. That's because he's a piece of human shit. That's why. It all boils down to that. Let's see, who do we have? Yeah, 12,000 dead, $12 damage. Yeah, another one of those wonderful places that we all don't know why we support them. So let's go back. Hold on. Richie's sending me a message. Hold on. I sent it to him. He doesn't realize I just said scroll up, like one wheel, scroll up. That's all right. He's busy. He had a lot going on today. All right, so let's do the next one. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, this will be a follow-up. This is a good one. It's the question that is on everyone's mind. How did America make it 250 years without enrichment from Somali refugees? Look at this. All right, so President Trump kicked a Somali-sized hornet's nest recently when he spoke bluntly about how he really feels about a wave of refugees who poured in. We got to hear this.
Waltz is a grossly incompetent man. There's something wrong with him, okay? There's something wrong with him. And when you look at what he's done with Somalia, which is barely a country, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. There's no structure. And when I see somebody like Ilhan Omar, who I don't know at all, but I always watch her for years. I've watched her complain about our Constitution, how she's being treated badly. Our Constitution, the United States of America, is a bad place. It hates everybody, hates Jewish people, hates everybody. And I think she's an incompetent person. She's a real terrible person. But when I watch what is happening in Minnesota, the land of 1,000 lakes or however many lakes they have, they got a lot of lakes, but this beautiful place, and I see these people ripping it off, and now I'm understanding, and you're going to look at that, Scott, I hear they ripped off Somalians.
Children.
Ripped off that state for billions of dollars.
Yep.
Billions.
Children.
Every year.
They robbed.
Billions of dollars. And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country is no good for a reason. Their country stinks. And we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. Our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying that we could go one way or the other. And we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain.
They do.
They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. They came from paradise and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell and they complain and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where
Don't you guys love a president who actually has the guts to say this?
they came from and fix it.
Because it's what every single American was thinking. Every single one of them. Let me see. George Carlin. Hey, Paca, what's up? What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah. Hey, Ludwig. Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I'm gonna do another one. I was waiting for a couple of our UK friends to come in. Let's see. I got one here. Wow. Yeah, this will piss you guys off. Let's see. Let's do this. So we got the UK government on the verge of making it illegal to tell the truth. You guys only know that way more than the rest of us. Britain's last days as a free society. So we have the UK's far left government has been working for quite some time on trying to define the concept of Islamophobia. This is urgently needed, Labour Party wonks are telling British citizens, because of a rise in hate crimes against Muslims. Really? Who says there has been such a rise? I mean, the same Muslim groups that are pushing for criminalization of Islamophobia, as well as the Labour government itself. Could Labour really be trying to solidify its hold on the Muslim vote by destroying the freedom of speech and imposing Sharia blasphemy laws through the back door, designed as efforts to stamp out hate? Yeah, that's a bunch of horse shit. Why, of course they could. In fact, that is exactly what they're doing. As in the usual practice in such cases, leftists are obscuring the real issues with false premises and straw men. The Telegraph reported Monday that stereotyping grooming gangs as Muslim could fall foul of a definition of Islamophobia being considered by the government. I mean, you guys won't be able to say shit, but they won't have any counter rules in there where they can't say anything about you. Now, you can't make this shit up. Now, no one who is informed about the rampant problem of rape gangs in the UK that victimized and destroyed the lives of hundreds of thousands of British girls could maintain that they are all Muslim down to the last man. However, as holy hell Islam's abuse of women and the infidels who enable it shows, not only have the vast majority of the perpetrators been Muslims, but most of the victims were non-Muslim British girls. In fact, for decades, British officials passed up numerous opportunities to do something to stop the rape gangs and protect British girls. They did so precisely because they feared the professional and even personal ruin that would almost certainly follow being accused of Islamophobia and racism. See, Trump would go over and say, go to hell. You guys got to get a Trump over there. Nigel Farage, anyone? I don't know if you guys like him. I do. Instead of correcting this suicidal myopia and acting to save the British nation before it's too late, the Labour government of Prime Minister Keir Starmer, is working to codify this massive cowardice into law. Can you imagine this? This is like our progressives over here. They have to kowtow to the radical loony left in order to keep getting reelected. Right. Meanwhile, they're really pissing off the normies, and the normies are leaving. So the Telegraph states that prejudicial stereotyping or radicalization of Muslims, which is designed to stir up racial hatred, is said to be one strand of a definition of Islamophobia drawn up by Working Group for Ministers, the red meat for leftists who think they can use the force of the state to stamp out hate. Yeah, right. I mean, look at our liberals here. We can't get rid of them and enforce the multicultural paradise of their dreams. All they'll end up doing, as is always the case under leftist governments, is terrifying the populace into submission and moving Britain ever closer to becoming an authoritarian state. Now, this is going to go really well with the video that I want you all to see. Let's see. Let's go. Let's start up here. I got to find it. So I'm sorry. So let's see. Where is it? Twin Cities, multiple. Omar. Let's do it this way. Tucker. Yeah. Tommy Robinson. Okay. I love Tommy Robinson, by the way. So let's see. I'm going to, Richie's in the green room, if you will. So I'm going to bring him in after this video. Let's see. Video Tommy Robinson. So it has here, there's a video in this, and I love it. All right. So it says, in this new Nate Freeman interview, Tommy Robinson has a message for Tucker Carlson. And Tucker did say what he said, and I think he was being ignorant about it. And I love Tucker Carlson, right? So Tommy Robinson was correct in his response. So hold on. Let me share this tab. So here we go.
Tucker Carlson. Got Tucker Carlson on the video yesterday talking about he has more in common with his Pakistani taxi driver than he does some white middle class American. Yeah, what do you know? What does Tucker Carlson know about living in a Pakistani town? 50% of my town's Pakistani. You don't know nothing about Pakistani taxi drivers. We do. We're beaten up by them our growing up. Our daughters are abused by them. Our wives are harassed by them. But yet you pretend you know something. What do you know in the United States of America about growing up around Islamic immigration? They're all talking about, well, the Muslims and the Christians are together. Yeah, come and say that in Europe. Come and experience that in Europe. We're not together. They're not with us, you clowns. But I listen to all these new right-wing commentators talking just because they hate Jews or hate Israel, saying we need to work together with the Muslims. Yeah? Come and speak to people who live with Islam. It's infuriating. I'm watching, like, even Tucker Carlson thinking, what do you know about Pakistani taxi drivers, mate? What do you know? Do you know who's ferried all of our girls round in every town city? In Rotherham, Telford, Oldham, Rochdale, Birmingham, Bradford, Leeds, every city where our daughter's been raped. Who ferried them round? Pakistani taxi drivers. Tucker, your mates, who you'd rather hang around with. You know nothing about this subject. So don't try talking about it just because guitar are in your back arse, because it's pretty infuriating. Yeah. And I see that so much coming out of the United States. I'm looking at it thinking, you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. You live in America. You're not plagued by Islamic rape gangs. You're not surrounded in a town with 50%, with 45 mosques. You've got no idea what you're talking about. So don't just start talking about how we need to be, we're all friends and Muslims and Christians are together. Yeah, turn that to the Christians in Afghanistan. Tell it to Christians in Pakistan, the Christians in Iraq. Go speak to the Christians in the Middle East. Go speak to the Christian population, which has gone from 20% to 7% in the last 20 years. Why?
Exactly. I like that he says it like it is. Yeah, I know, man. And you know what? I have to apologize on behalf of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton that caused all that shit. When they had the problem over in the Middle East that they called the Arab Spring, when it was really an Arab winter, that's when the Obama administration started nudging them, saying, hey, just go up through Greece and you go along, and we're going to use diplomacy to make sure they accept you with open arms. Yeah, that whole thing. All right, so I have my son, who I'm going to bring in now, goes by the name Richie Valor. It's a stage name. And I'm going to play a couple of his videos, and we're going to talk. We haven't in a while. So here he is. There he is. What's up, son?
What's up, Dad?
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
All right, man. We're going to play. I have in my notes here, I got a couple of the. First one I'm going to do is Scuff Boots.
Okay.
Then I'm going to, I'm just going to let you know. Then I'm going to play I'm Trash, and then Young and Free. You all right with that? All right, man.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. It's your interview.
Yeah, all right. All right, cool, man. No, it's your interview, actually. I'll play anything you want me to play, but hang on. Let me get it back there. Okay, let me bring it up, and then we'll talk about it. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Hey, yo. It's Friday. You in here? I got fit.
Hey, 40. What's up, man? You just missed it. I read a really good article and played a really good video.
Everybody's always got something crazy to say.
You got glasses on.
We ain't trying to hear the words coming out of your face. You couldn't destroy the name, even if you wanna play with them lies. The truth always comes to the light. Go ahead, try and divide all the lies you holding inside. Yeah, yeah. I see that you mad enough, not letting product drop. You got a pound, I'm getting grams, yeah. That shit ain't adding up. My blues show scars from all the work put on the road. Yeah, 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 yeah. This smile on my face is all for show. And you can't take these away. Can't take it away, can't take it away. I've endured all the pain, I've endured the pain. My blues show scars from all the work put on the road. Upside down frowns is all put on for show. I lost my soul along the road. Where'd it go? Somewhere with a bad mistake. All it took was a line chopped up with a blade. I had a baby, I wasn't raised, and I was out hanging with friends. Doing them drugs out of my head, making no sense. Webby told me to live out my truth, I'm making amends. Climbing the mountain of pain, stuck in the rain, I'm doing the best that I can. I don't think I'ma get them back, so I'ma keep trudging all this broken down. I don't think I'ma get them back, so I'll have to speak my truth and tell you how it really is. My boots show scars from all the work put on the roof. Yeah. This smile on my face is all for show. And you can't take these away. Can't take it away, can't take it away. I've endured all the pain, I've endured the pain. My boots show scars from all the work put on the road. Upside down frowns is all put on for show.
Yeah, I like that one. So tell us, because you never told me, where'd you get the idea for that? Why'd you do
it? All right, so I felt like a lot of my life, you know, I worked up a whole lot of accolades within the music business, and I just wasn't getting seen for it. And then I started growing a bigger fan base, coming out to shows, selling like
you got a lot of people.
Selling
you got a lot of people now, yeah.
Yeah, I sell about 60 to 100 tickets whenever I'm at my hometown, which is it's all right. But I had a whole bunch of drama happen, and a whole lot of people started like trying to talk on my name and started trying to do some horrible things. And so I basically said, you can't take my scuffed boots from me, and you can't take this fake smile that I walk around with, because I did all this.
That makes sense. That makes so much sense.
And just cool. There's other things in the song that I'm not going to talk about, a little bit personal, but if you follow my social medias and you listen to some of my lives and what I say at my shows, you'll get it. You'll get the point of what I lost in my life. I say I lost my soul. And if you guys want to learn a little bit more about me, you'll understand that part.
Yeah. So you did something that I've never seen anybody do before today on your you did a live stream, and explain exactly what you did.
So
this was cool, guys. I watched the whole thing 5 hours while I was doing other stuff, of course.
So I get like real close with my followers. So I never call anyone a fan or things like that. Like they're either supporters, followers, or family. And I like to talk to everybody at my shows. I like to give free things out to the kids. I love to give like a little bit of wisdom to people about the things that I went through. So I was like, let me take it a step further and do something with them and interact with my supporters even more. So I went on live and I was like, let's write a song with everybody. Like, let's take some ideas from them and put it in a song, because the music really isn't for me. It's for you guys. It's for anybody that's going through something. Maybe I could touch your heart somewhere with one of my songs. So I was like, you know what? If I write this with them, they're going to go to the show and they're going to be like, oh, he wrote that with me. Like that's my song.
Yeah, it was a really cool idea. And guys, the song came out pretty damn good too. I was surprised at how well it went, but it took a long time. But like what he did was, I should put it up a little bit of the live part, or the live stream. But what's called, yeah, but I didn't ask you that ahead of time, so don't worry about it. But what happened was they got to see the process of how he writes songs, because he writes some pretty good songs. I would say in the last 3 years, you've gotten so much better. I would never tell you that you were terrible in the past, but now you're writing some really good stuff. And so what do you think made you do that extra step up and start actually writing songs that could literally be on radio right now?
You.
Get out of here. Don't be saying that.
No, for real.
No.
So let's be real. So my whole life, I was always like, I'm like a human, just like anyone else. And I was starved for the attention of a good job from my dad my whole life. And I always got it. Like, it's not like he didn't say it, you know, but with my music thing, it was big for me, because when I first started doing music, I was really bad. And, but my father still, he supported it. man. He went to shows, had to watch me, probably cringed a little bit, like, oh, dude, yeah, that's my kid.
Yeah, there were a
But
couple
then,
shows that were good.
yeah. So, but
Yeah,
then, but
now
then,
they're outrageously good. Yeah.
yeah. So then, I started listening to music more for the mainstream vibe of it. And I was like, man, if I do this style, I bet he's going to like this. And the first song that I sent him that was like country rap, he was like, whoa, dude, like this is actually good. And I just kept writing them and writing them and writing them. And then the intoxication of my supporters at the shows when they come up to me and they're like, this song touched me in a certain way that I don't think you understand.
I've seen videos of that. Yeah, I've seen videos of them coming up to you and making that kind of declaration. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Tell them what you're actually doing with young people, like how your songs and the way you talk to them are trying to say, look, I was exactly where you are, and I feel you, and you know, get in with us, and we're going to get you out of this. Go ahead, talk about that a little bit.
Am I allowed to? Is this?
Yeah, you could say stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was a really bad drug addict, and I hid it from a lot of people. I hid it well because I did work, but I was kind of out of my mind, and I was going down a very shady hill, and I didn't know how to get myself out of it because of how deep I was. And I had gotten in some trouble. I went away for 3 years, which we could talk about at a later time. I don't really want to talk about it, but
nah, you don't have to.
So I got out, and I wanted to change. When I was in there, I wanted to change my life for the better and be able to tell people what not to do before they did it, because I've been there and done it. It's almost like hearing my dad when I was a kid again, like, you know, I know what you're about to do when you're about to do it because I did it. And that's what I tell people. And I find the younger generation more appeasing than the older generation. Nothing against anybody that's older, but that's our future. And I don't want our future screwed because the younger generation's making bad decisions. So I'll find somebody in my life and I'll be like, hey man, I think that you're going down the wrong path. Can I talk to you? Or people will come to me and be like, man, I have a problem with addiction. And I'll be like, all right, I'll stop everything that I'm doing and I'll talk to you for this next 30 minutes. And we can talk about what's on your mind.
Right. Excuse me. He would be, if you've ever seen it, I've seen him in action. He doesn't know, but I've watched almost everything he's done. But now you know. But he would be a really good counselor for young people, because you do, son. I'm not kissing your ass because you're on the show and I'm interviewing you. You have a way with young people to talk to them and to get points across to them, and you could see it in their eyes when they're listening to you, you know. And then they go to your shows, and like these people, guys, they travel from like Ohio to Tennessee just to see him play. That's how crazy it is now. So it's pretty good. But go ahead, finish up. Sorry.
So I see a comment here. This says,
what's that?
His music is explaining a snowdrift. One snowflake.
That's 42. He's a real big friend of the show. He's got a great. Anybody that's watching but not chiming in, yeah, check out 42. It's exactly as he has it there. Check it out. Sub him if you like poetry, if you like UK history, British history, and I know they're all different. Irish history. It's awesome. He's got a really, really good channel. So sub him if you can.
I will.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. So I just, I like to give a good example about hard work and second chances, because God knows I was given a lot of second chances in my life. But the last one was my last one. And if I didn't tighten up, I was going to be a bum somewhere and I was going to be a dreg of society because I was already going down that lane. So I reach out to people, man. I literally take the time out of my day to scroll Facebook to see who's having a bad day or anything like that. And then I literally reach out to them and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Can we talk? And I talk to them for a little bit. So with my music, it's not about me. It's really about my followers, my supporters, and family, man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hold on a second. Our pal, dude, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Thanks, brother. Really appreciate it. You too can be like our pal. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
In the arms of Farley, $2 you can send. No.
Yeah, it's all right, man. I know. Hey, every little thing. I appreciate these people to death anyway.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're an awesome chat. They always are. You'll laugh your ass off if you just watch just for the chat alone. Yeah. All right. So go ahead.
Yeah, so that's basically it, man. That's what I try to do for the community. I really just try to give them a good vibe, a good time. When I go out to shows, I tell them, you know, I wake up every morning and I say, good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful souls. I'm Richie Valor, and I appreciate every one of y'all in my life.
I was just going to say, for like 3 years, you've been doing that now. Every morning he gives a good morning video on Facebook, and he has people that chime in like at that hour in the morning, and he does it while he's driving to work, right? Regular job, you know. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like he gains a lot of people by doing that. So,
and then at the end, I won't even say it. I'll say it when I'm about to leave this interview. But I say something at the end that I do on every show and everything that I do. So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a second song, and this was one that he put together. I think it was kind of quick. It's Young and Free.
That was
Go ahead.
This is a fun one. This is a fun one.
Yeah, it actually is. I played it once before, but we're gonna play it again. Yeah, I played it once before on this channel.
Dave,
Here we
I
go.
told you I gotta do this last show.
Man, gotta hit the show, bro.
Dave, I'm telling you.
Gotta go. Man, for real. Come on.
Babe, I gotta do this last show. I told you about it. I'll be home. Now why you always on some fucking bullshit? All right, I love you. I said I love you.
Hey,
man, whatever.
Fell asleep in Kentucky, woke up in Tennessee. Had a crazy night, gave the crowd all my energy. Drank a couple, came up with a brand new melody. Oh, I'm living young and free. Oh, I'm living young and free. Been on the road a time or two, we got a history. It was rough before, but now it's paper peace singing. Oh, I'm living young and free. Didn't really have much growing up. Didn't really have much. Life sucked, but now I got a brand new stage. Everything has changed, except for the work boots I put on. I'ma always stay the same. Hey, been a little bit since I've been home. Got my foot on the gas. I'm feeling bad. My girl's on the phone, she's mad. She mad. I'm states away, she's sick in bed. She wanna beat my ass. Yeah. She asked me when I'm gonna be back. Don't know all that. I don't know that. What I do know now is that I got a hotel room and brand new fans. Oh, I'm living young and free. Oh, I'm living young and free. I'm on the road again. I'm filling up the gas. I ain't coming home until I got new fans. Don't be mad.
All right, Bubba?
Check it out. The song's playing on the car radio. I love that.
I don't even know what to do. She don't want me to go to this show, and she been known about it. Say, fuck it, just go. Man, let's go. Come on.
Oh, I'm living young and free. Been on the road a time or two, we got a history. It was rough before, but now it's paper peace singing. Oh, I'm living young and free. I take my name, what do you do with it? Put it in another stage. Take my life, put it on the stage. I've been drinking a little bit too much, been trying to slow these wheels. Sleep still, that the man upstairs don't let me steal. Rest is low, so I slid a little jack while in that car. So from state to state, I'm crashing out real hard. When I get to where I need to be, my drummer gonna wake me up. Don't matter if I had 2 hours of sleep, you know I'm young. Young and free. Oh, I'm living young and free. Oh, I'm living young and free. I'm on the road again, I'm filling up the gas. I ain't coming home until I got new fans. Don't be mad. Fell asleep in Kentucky, woke up in Tennessee. Had a crazy night, gave the crowd all my energy. Drank a couple, came up with a brand new melody. Oh, I'm living young and free. Oh, I'm living young and free. Been on the road a time or two, we got a history. It was rough before, but now it's paper peace singing. Oh, I'm living young and free.
Hey,
That was good.
that was actually, none of it was acting. Some of it, I mean, like the parts where I was at the so I met that guy in that big ass truck in Tennessee.
Did you?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you know, there's a story behind that truck, and I have a lot of respect. So that's the Justin truck.
Yeah, you got a lot of people subbing you, son.
Thank you,
That's
guys.
good.
I
That's good,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Good to see you, man.
Yes, you guys can play that on anything that you would like to play. You got my permission wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So that truck is called the Justin truck. His son died, and before he died, he wanted to build a really big truck. So he built the truck that his son wanted and calls it the Justin truck now. Well, he hit me up and he's like, "Hey man, I haven't talked to you in a while. How you been?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing great. This, that, and the third." Well, it just so happened that my music video director guy was coming out to do a show, and I was supposed to do it at Slapfest. I wanted to do it at the Outlaw Nation show because there was like 800 people there, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it at Slotfest. And plus, it would have costed me like $1,500 to get him to Tennessee, and I'm not doing that. So I brought him out to Slotfest, and I hit up Jason. I think his name is Jason Asher. I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, do you want that truck in the music video?" He's like, "Yes." I keep trying to get rappers to put it in their videos, but I haven't been accepted. And I was like, "Here, I want you in my video." So boom, he drove that big old truck to Ohio, and we did some acting in it. We had Muddy Water Gang in there. Muddy Water Gang is another really awesome group. If you look them up, amazing people. They're like family.
Well, you did something with Afro Man, didn't you? You did like a little bit of a tour with that. Remember the guy, Because I Get High, guys? Remember that guy? Yeah, he was on tour with him.
That's the one I sold 120 tickets for. That was in my hometown. So my hometown
is a whole 120. Yeah, his hometown's like nothing.
Well, you know, but
farmers. Yeah.
Well, in Springfield, yeah. So I live in Springfield, but I won't say I still live in Springfield, Ohio. You guys aren't stalkers. I don't get that vibe. So anyhow, it was in Miamisburg, Ohio, at this bar, and they let us rent their parking lot. And we brought in vendors and all this stuff. So I got to go on right before Blind Fury and Afro Man. So I was like direct support for the show, and it was like a movie. It was. They were like, Richie, you need to hurry up and get on stage. Like, we're gonna have to walk you there. I'm like walking with security. I'm like, bro, I'm a roofer, bro. Like, why are you treating me like this? I'm not some celebrity. So like, I walk up on stage and like everyone starts freaking out, throwing lighters at me and fucking, because I can't talk about that on the show, but like there was a whole bunch of stuff there, and I was getting thrown a whole bunch of stuff, but it was a fun show.
Yeah, I'll bet it was. So what got you to go from rap to country rap? Because it is a big difference from rap to country rap. What got you? What was the thing that got you into it? Because it really is your niche, I think. Hey, what's up, Jim?
That's
good to see you, man.
What's up, Jim? What's up, guys? You know, it was that's a good question. So I woke up one day. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was like tired as hell. And I threw on one of my songs, and I was like, yeah, this is too emo for me anymore. It's like, I used to do like rap, like SoundCloud rap, and like weird stuff that just wasn't me. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just rap about my life? And I'm a roofer. I have chickens, turkeys, ducks, pigs, cats, dogs.
Yeah,
you know,
lives on a farm.
Yeah, I live like, we have a really cool property. Drive a truck. I'm a roughneck. So I was like, why am I not rapping about being a roughneck? Well, little did I know that there's this thing called country rap. And I was just I was broadening my horizon for it. And I did Holes in My Jeans. And it got me in the scene. It got me in the scene. I went to one of these shows. They saw me through social media, invited me out. They picked me as like as this artist that they wanted to see how they did. And I brought my drummer and had a crazy show. And then I toured out with this guy, FJ Outlaw. He's all right. Yeah, so now I rap about hard work and things that are going on at home life for the roughnecks, because, you know, at the end of the day, everyone sees us roughnecks as like we're dregs of society, but really we're putting roofs on your houses. We're putting the electric in your houses. We're doing your AC. We're doing
you're doing the things that make the country work. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah,
absolutely. And me being a hardworking Republican dude, like might as well talk about America.
Means you never have to say you're sorry.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's the difference between country rap and rap. I put a little bit of twang in my notes, and then I rap about my life.
Yeah, you're doing well too.
Thanks.
You're still growing. Let me play the last one that I'm going to do. It's literally called "I'm Trash." It's more of just the song. It's not a video, but I think that I like the song. I think it's pretty good myself. But let me play that up here. All right, here we go. Okay, let's play it.
I come from a split up home. I spent life not knowing where to go. So don't ask me where I'm at on my road, cause I do not know. I don't know. If you ask me where I'm from, I'ma tell you at the bottom of the world, trying to be someone. It's hard to choose where to go when you going all alone at the split in the road. I was brought up in a can, spilled out, now here I stand, with a lot of lessons and a hole in my bag. Yeah, I'm trash. I'm trash, baby, yeah, I am a low life. Damn proud about where I stand. I was always told that I can, or I'm not the man. I had a messed up plan. Yeah, I'm trash. Used to wake from a cold sweat. I was hearing chill screams, panicked as the blood drip. That's my mama crawling down on the floor. I didn't know what to do as he called her a whore. I had to act fast, or they'd be doing the morgue. I grabbed the towel, crying, Lord, I got a sister on board. Step pops don't beat her ass next door while smoking some crack. Ran fast with the Glock I grabbed. He's lucky that the gun jammed. I'd have knocked his head back. I was brought up in a can, spilled out, now here I stand, with a lot of lessons and a hole in my bag. Yeah, I'm trash. I'm trash, baby, yeah, I am a low life. Damn proud about where I stand. I was always told that I can, or I'm not the man. I had a messed up plan, like, yeah, I'm trash.
So that song, I purposely put a really bad mix in it to go with the point of I'm trash.
Right. I remember you telling me about that before you did it. I was like, nah, don't do that. And he's like, no, it'll sound good. And I listened to him. I'm like, yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So you want me to explain that song, or you got any?
Yeah. If you want to, go ahead. I don't care. This was the song, guys. It was after something that really happened in his life, and it was kind of tragic, but he made a song out of it. So go ahead.
Yeah. So Richie's doorway says, look at the sign above Richie's doorway.
Yeah, in the back it says maybe cursing will help. Maybe swearing. It says maybe swearing will help. Yeah. It's the first time. Tonight's the first time anybody ever noticed that. It's been there for like 6 months.
Let's go. Hey, what's up, Bree? I got one of my people's just in here. What up, Bree? Okay, so So this song, it was definitely a perspective of my whole life. Right. To the present day, which was in the beginning, and my past life, which was obviously my past life. So anyhow, I was with this one group called The Farm, and we would travel the country, and they had this booker. Her name was Crystal. And she was supposed to book me and promote me, and she was getting paid to do it and whatnot. Well, she stopped doing it and started like snaking me on shows. Like I was having to fight for my position on these shows. And it was weird because I was fighting my own team. So it was like I'm having to move 3 steps ahead playing chess. And then finally she caught wind of what I was doing and kind of tried to sabotage it, but didn't work. So I ended up not saying anything online, but I ended up seeing a bunch of really negative things that were said about me in posts and whatnot. Yeah. And I was just confused because she called me trash. She was like, you know, you never did anything for me, never put food on my table. And I was like, Cap. Okay, for all you guys, Cap means lies. So I'm like, Cap, I put food in your pocket and in your mouth because you were getting paid to promote me. Like, because of me, you were getting food on your table, but I didn't say anything like that. So, and then she was like, you just couldn't fit in your trash, this, that, and the third. And it's like, dude, I was the best artist for The Farm. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I put on, and like I like it is what it is. You're jealous because you couldn't get your artist on the way.
Music industry, guys, is a bitch. Even at his level, he's above the underground now, but even at his level, just getting started, it is a bitch, man. Everybody wants all your money. Yeah, I mean, it is. I heard an interview that Tucker did with Aaron Lewis, and he's explaining exactly what Richie's going through. But go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. So in turn, I wrote a song called "I'm Trash" behind it, but in the song, I was like, I gotta explain why I'm trash and why I'm proud of what I came from.
What's up, Chill?
So before,
good to see you, man.
So before, you know, I don't want to get into like personal shit, but my mom ended up marrying this guy, and he was doing drugs, and he would beat her. And I remember being woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Not me.
No, not my dad. No,
not me. No.
Well, they were. I'm trying to keep it as less personal as possible.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
So it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I heard crying and like screams, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So I woke up. I'm like 16 or like 15. I forget how old I was. So I get up and I walk out. And I look at my mom, and I thought she was crying, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I like run up to her. I was like, "What's wrong?" And I put a light on her, and there was blood coming off of her face and profusely.
She was pregnant too at the time.
Yeah, she was pregnant, and she fell out, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So I wrapped her up, called 911, and then I ran. At the time, they had someone living there. Well, he had a Glock, and I ran into the room and I grabbed it. And I went across the street, and I saw him, and I tried to point the gun, and I tried to shoot him, and the gun jammed, and I was a dumbass and couldn't get it undone. Well, I look over to my right, and there's a cop. Oh yeah, I would have been dead. I would have knocked his head back, just like I said in the song.
You'd have been in prison.
Well, maybe I was. Yeah. Well, yeah, I probably. But anyhow, I was.
I'll stop. Go ahead.
So anyhow, the cop car comes around the corner. I was like, oh shit. So like I start running back, kind of like throw the gun, and they're like, what are you doing? I was like, my stepdad's in there. He beat my mom, and she's bleeding. She's in the house. Like, please go save her. And then that was the moral of the story, was like, man, I came from trash, but I'm proud of who I am, and I am trash at the end of the day, and I'm proud of it. And so I tell people, even at these shows, I'm like, you know what? I'm trash. And you know what? I get called trash. And you know what? You're right. I am. Yeah.
It's worth something.
Hey, one's trash or somebody's
now, here's another thing I want to bring up. Richie is unique in that he has, how many songs you got in your catalog? Like 500, right? That you've written already, that you haven't recorded yet. But for some reason, he plays them at his live shows. He sings them at his live shows, but he doesn't actually record them first. It's kind of crazy. It's like, bass backwards, right? Yeah. I know, man. I'm sorry. Like you have the one, Demons. Do you want me to play it or no? I can play it.
Why not?
If you don't want me to, I won't. Okay. I think this is a really good song, guys. Ready? Let me get it up there.
Yeah, so this song is about addiction.
Yeah, this song is all about addiction. There's no video, it's just the raw. So I'm gonna play it. I think it's really well done. I do. I like, and you have to listen to it a couple times to get everything, because also all voices in this are him, including the demon. So here we go. Ready? Listen.
Hold on. Yeah, big shout out to Serena being in here, and shout out to anybody that is in here from my Facebook. But go ahead.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Welcome, Serena. All right, here we go. Ready? Listen.
These demons are singing. They try to take my mind like la 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 la. I've got no soul, so I've heard this song. I give a quick cut off to the choir. Do I have to pause? My mind is a Cortez, hotel of hell. Their kitchen is cunning, running a poisonous pie. Room service is knocking, I smell it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little confused, I didn't dial the line. 1, 2. I got these demons, they like to lie with me inside my mind. I'm on the edge, there ain't no line inside. I got these demons. All my thoughts say jump, I'm looking looking up to the sky. I need some help right now. I don't wanna take flight. I got some demons. They like to lie with me inside my mind. I didn't realize I was being misled. Well, maybe I didn't know, but like my new friends, I couldn't resist the vibe, but partying night after night. Plus all the demons would dress up and serve what you like. Ask for what I want, chanting la la la. It's good for the now, but comes at a price, and kept singing aloud. I wanted it all. Greed overlooked a couple lines. Before you know it, I was singing la la for the knife. I got these demons, they like to lie with me inside my mind. I'm on the edge, there ain't no line inside. I got these demons, all my thoughts say jump. I'm looking up to the sky. I need some help right now. I don't wanna take flight. I got some demons, they like to lie with me inside my mind.
Yeah, I love that song, man. I love that song. When you sing la 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 la, that's being stoned, right? Did I get that right? Yeah, he calls it la 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 la. It's la 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 land.
Yeah.
You know, and tell him what the song is about.
Okay.
How you're helping people, trying to. Go ahead.
Okay, so I truly believe when people are first going into recovery, this is the reason why we backtrack in the first couple of months, is because we have demons in our head that come in without our approval, and they just keep trying to talk to one another with other demons inside of our head, trying to get us to come back to the drugs. So I say, I talk about like room service and like my mind is the hotel of court. My mind is the Cortez, a hotel of hell. So if anybody's familiar with American Horror Story, there was a hotel called the Cortez. It was the hotel of drugs. So I said, my mind is the Cortez, a hotel of hell. And all the demons, you know, they would come dressed up. They'd serve what you like. But then I also said, you know, I can hear the room service. I smell it, but I'm confused because I didn't dial the line. So that's the part where it's like, you know, I didn't ask for these demons to be in my mind trying to tell me, you know, drugs are good. These things are amazing. You know, I truly feel like if you have an addiction, just bypass these demons. You know, they're going to mislead you. They're going to put you in a place where you're not supposed to be. They're going to let you know that it's good for the now, but it comes at a price. Because, you know, that time, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was addicted to methamphetamines. Really bad. I liked it a lot. It was really fucking weird. But I could get it for the now, and I didn't realize what it was doing to me later on in life. It was changing the chemicals in my brain. It was really stopping me from being great. And that's what the song's about, man. The song's just my demons. And hopefully that if somebody is having an addiction problem or they're in recovery, they can listen to that song and be like, you know what? These are the demons. And it feels better to tell the demons to fuck off as opposed to wanting to play with them.
Yeah, he was all right. He was a real piece of human debris about 10 years ago. All right. He's completely, and he knows I loved him even then, but he's a completely different person now. But what I love about you is that you have a young audience. Okay. You have those young people, and I'm not talking kids. I'm talking like early 20s, things like that. Right. And a lot of them are going through all the things that he's already been through. And so all of his songs are about, hey, I've been there. You can talk to me. Right. If I can get over this, you know, the old cliche, if I can do it, you can do it. But it's true. It's absolutely true. And I love that that's what you're doing with your life.
Yeah, I was definitely a piece of Garbino.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah, but you got through it. You know, everybody goes through that phase.
I'm looking in this chat, and someone said about 2 years ago, my sister found me. I was adopted.
Yeah, that's Commander. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
So 6 months old. She spent 50 years trying to find me. It has been so wonderful. All things I missed. Okay, congratulations. I stopped doing speed when it became meth. I get it. I had done more than my fair share of drugs. Yeah. Someone said, Rich, your son has it. Hey, thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that.
He's a very close personal friend.
So
Yeah.
everybody, so everybody in this chat that is in recovery, man, I just want to say congratulations and just keep at it. And if you ever at a time like, you know, you're struggling with it, because we all do. I'd be a liar if I said that I didn't think about it every day, because I still do. And it's been 9 years. As of the 24th of November, it was 9 years for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. So if you guys ever need to talk to somebody, my Facebook is Richie Valor. My Instagram is the official Richie V. TikTok, same thing. Just look me up. If you got to talk to somebody, man, I'll take 30 minutes out of my day to
Yeah,
talk.
you could literally be. You should actually try to get trained for that, to be a counselor, because you would do a really good job, because you do it now and you're not getting paid for that shit.
Hey, Misty's in the chat. That's my tour mom and big sis.
Hey, what's up, Misty? Good to see you. Welcome. Yep. That was an awesome song too back in the day.
Every rose has its thorn.
Yeah.
It does, though. It ain't lying.
Yeah, addiction is difficult.
Very much so. You know,
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I've never done, guys. I'm swearing. People look at me and they go, "You were a lead guitarist in a rock band, and you never did an illegal drug in your life." I never did. I smoked pot like 3 times, and asked my brother, who's in the chat, Jimmy from Philly.
Uncle Jimmy.
I got sick the first time. I actually got sick. Hey, Brianna Blair. Good to see you.
I love Bree.
Hey, Willie. Where is he? He was just here. Hey, Willie. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Horse with men in this shit. I recognize the talent. Hey, 42. We got to do a little bit of networking. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He that's what he does too.
Really?
Yeah, but you got the young people. I know. He's over the pond, if you will.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Bring me over the pond. Let's do some stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let me see. So what kind of ideas do you have for where you're going to go next for songs? What kind of stuff are you thinking about? I know you got like 500 things in the back that you got to do videos for, and they're expensive to do, guys.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah.
So
I will. 42 just asked me to give you his email. I will. I'll do that.
Oh, big
Thank
bet.
you. Yeah.
Okay, so so this whole year I've been touring the country. I've been to Missouri, Texas, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana. Michigan, all over.
Oh, yeah.
So the big thing for this year was making a comeback, because I had lost my spot where I was because of some dumb drama stuff that had occurred. And I had to travel the country on my own dime to be able to get.
Really? Good for you, our pal. Look at that.
Oh.
28 years on heroin. Wow.
Oh,
wow. Good for you, man. Good for you. You got off it. Congrats on that.
Oh, wow.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Good to see you.
Mike, what's up, bro?
Good to see you, man.
Hey, yeah, congratulations on 28 years sober. That's
yeah.
And heroin's that's a physical addiction and mind addiction and physical and mental addiction. That's crazy. So this whole year has been about telling people in the crowd, like, hey, fuck what somebody has to say about you. Do what you're gonna do because it makes you happy. And I always get people to say really fucked up things in the crowd, because there's other people in the crowd that I don't like, and I'll make the crowd basically like say fuck you. But then this year coming up, I think I want to talk about missing home, family life, and just the road. I think
Slow-mo's here. Slow-mo's here.
Hey, Morgan. What's up, bro?
What's up, Slow-mo? Good to see you, man.
That's my
God, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting.
What's up, bro? Love you, my dude, right there. Hey,
Dr. Jade, if you're watching, you're not the only one I interrupt. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. So, Mike Helton, big shout out. So I went out to Tennessee. He follows me to like a lot of these places, man. That's family right there. I was going to sleep in the truck, or I was going to sleep in his hotel room floor. I didn't care. Like, that's what it is. I'm a musician. It happens. And he was like, bro, I'm getting you a room. I had my photographer with me. He got us a room with 2 beds. It was amazing. He's an amazing guy. So, but anyhow, back to what I was saying.
He told me all about you, Slow-mo. Good job, man. Thank you, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Morgan. So Morgan's out in Tennessee. I met Morgan when I was on tour That is my buddy Cartoon Bondurant's brother. And Cartoon was like, I got this artist that you're gonna really like. And he's like, well, we'll see about that. The typical Morgan phrase. And I met him and we just clicked. I was like, man, you're cool as shit. And he lives right up the road from this one venue that I go to. It's called the Revolver of Cookville. Cool venue. They got swings at their bar, like literal like swings, like at the like at the fucking playground. You get drunk. I've seen so many girls fall on it. It's funny as shit. But
yeah, I got brain injuries. Yeah, it's funny as shit. All right, got it.
Yeah, but
just
you
having
know,
a good time, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got off topic. My bad. But so the songs about this year, the songs about this,
do what you want.
The songs about this year are going to be about my supporters, the road, missing home, and just being a good old country boy.
Yep, there you go.
He said, wouldn't have it any other way, bro. No family member of mine's going to sleep on the floor. And if we got anything to do with it, that's my guy. And I appreciate you. Also, Morgan opens his home to me, my photographer, to Lacey Grace, and to anyone that I have with me. And he knows by my judgment that I'm not going to bring someone fucked up to his house. You know, we have a bond like that, man.
Nice. So what else you got going on? When's your next? Somebody asked earlier, when's your next show?
My next show is, well, I have an interview in Michigan, I think on the 14th. I'm not sure. I got to hit that guy up. I think Morgan knows the guy's name. I always call him. We got it like that, brother. So Morgan, I always call him. I'm like, hey, what's that interviewer's name? Because I forget. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him again. I think it's Nathan something. Am I coming to Michigan?
Yeah.
Charlie Rose. You know, I could come to Michigan. Misty is out in Michigan and she's like my booker as well. So, I mean, if you want to see me at a show, man, and you want to get the Valor effect, hit up your local promoter.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty cool.
And
the vibe is cool.
Yeah, Nathan McDermott. There he goes. So then hit up your local promoter and be like, I want to see Richie Valor.
Yeah. I'm like flabbergasted. My son, like the promoters actually know him. I love that. I just love that now. Because like up until about 3 or 4 years ago, you did it like as a hobby and you didn't really he was I'm going to embarrass the shit out of you right now. He was always like his big phrase was he would come out on stage and go, all right, let's get famous. That was his big thing. Let's get famous. And now that he's like semi there, like a lot of people across the country know who he is. And he sells a shitload of merch. Like his hat there is one of the things that's from the Richie Valor collection. But and his fiance makes all the merch as well. It's like a real home business, you know?
Well, this shirt is dirty, but I mean, these are the work shirts. We have a work line for the guys. So if you're a construction worker and you want a shirt, we got that. We got the Richie Valor on the side, and it says local in the back. So if you're part of the union and you can put your union number, I leave it blank for you.
He's a roofer. Yeah.
The shirts are only $25.
Hey, Bass, what's up, man? Linda, how you doing? Good to see you, girlfriend. Go ahead.
So yeah, if you need shirts, if you're into construction, you're a roughneck, you know, and you need ones, hit me up. We can get that going. I do mail things out personally, and I'm not like one of those artists when you hit up online and they don't answer you back. I answer everybody back. And no, I'm not famous, and I'm not trying to be famous. I'm trying to hit stages and give my soul to people, to get a good interaction from people and to be able to hear their life story. So again,
he's not bullshitting you. He really does. That's the real reason why he's doing this. That's amazing. I never would have thought, you know. It's pretty good. Oh, cool. You bought one. All right.
Oh, dude, they buy shirts. Yeah. Dude, they buy shirts all the time. I love it. Whenever I have a new line come out, they're like, I need that. And they without
I have mine over there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have mine hanging up with the rest of these. I wear all these.
So look, guys, I want to tell you guys, everyone in this chat, and this goes for my father as well, man, we can't do what we do without y'all. We you know, he wouldn't have this podcast if it weren't for people tuning in. I remember when he first started this, I was like, Dad, you sure you want to do this? He's like, yes, I want to do this. And I'm going to. And he started doing it. And now he's got 23 people in here watching. That's fucking awesome. And for real. And
I tell them to bring their friends every single week, but you know, maybe they don't have friends. I don't know what the deal is, but no, I'm kidding, guys. You know, I love everybody in here. They know it. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
He said, your son shows more about you than you could even realize. Both of you are wonderful. Oh, thanks, dude.
Thanks, man. Dude, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it.
Yeah, those kind words are sweet. But but like I said, without you guys, I can't. I'm just another roofer, man, and I keep it that way. So, but anymore,
while you're doing interviews and while Futuristic's looking at you, and okay.
Well, you know, I mean,
yeah, you're just getting lucky, right? Yeah, all right. You got any other songs you want to play, or no? I mean, I played, I think, all the ones that you wanted.
So
you allowed me to play.
So Breeze in the chat, her kids are in Whistle While You Walk.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. All right, let me go out and see. Where's the videos?
Following you on Facebook. Let's go, Charlie Rose.
Yeah, let's see.
Hello, all you lovelies.
This big line. Let's go. Let me see. Which one is this? Richie Valor. Click to expand.
Thank you, R pal. I appreciate that a lot. It's hard to make it in this industry. It's not about what you know or how good you are. It's about who you know and how much money you were willing to spend.
I want to see this one. I saw this and I was like, wow, that's kind of badass. Like, look at that picture, guys. If you can see it, look at that. That's kind of badass. There you go. I don't know how to take that down, but look at that picture, man. It's kind of badass. I always thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
Where was that?
That was in Texas.
Oh, was it? Nice.
Yeah, that was from last weekend. My manager put me up in the Hilton Hotel and everything. It was fucking sweet.
You're not just a mechanic, dude. You make things work. Give yourself a little credit, man. You make things work. You know,
Richie Valor, I'm just a mechanic. I make sure all of the other trades go to work and be safe. This is my part to play in the world. And yeah, you're not just a mechanic. You're making
not
our
just a
vehicles
mechanic,
work.
man. Yeah, without you, man, we wouldn't be driving.
Yeah. RPW Media, no doubt you are really proud, as you should be. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, R pal.
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
Oh, she liked Backroads. Serena said play Backroads.
Oh, all right. Yeah, where's all your damn videos? I'm on your
go to my page and hit videos. It'll show every video.
Is it there? All right, cool. You put them in there. Good. Well, I should have thought that first. All right. So where the hell is the video? All right, hold on. I gotta go all the way up. And here we go. More.
Oh, dude, I'm doing.
Is it under Reels? I think it's under Reels, isn't it?
No. It's under videos.
I don't see videos. Oh well. Let me get around it.
Well, look, if you
check
look
in
up
music. Go ahead.
If you look up Backroads Richie Valor or even Whistle While You Walk.
Yeah, I could find that.
Backroads is like a love song. It's like it was the second country rap song I wrote. It was all right. People like it. I mean, there's 12,000 views on it.
Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Hang on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it was kind of a fun. It's a fun song. So let me bring that up.
Let's go, Misty. Misty said, "We need you. Don't forget, you matter to Commander."
There you go.
Let's go. I remember traveling on the tracks, trying to find a way from the past. Backpack was full of some trash that I picked up. Man, these habits are bad. Hey, I remember rolling the bubble, following the smoke, then finding the trouble. Popping off quick, then throwing the double. Was always first thinking second, pushing the pedal. I've been looking for good, but I've been walking through hell. I don't know how to act. I'm always messing up on this railroad track. So I whistle while I walk. Whistle out the talk, do it all day. So I ain't gotta worry about what they say. Whistle while you walk. Whistle out the talk. You ain't gotta hear everything they say about messing up. Hey, we've all got a past, we've all done some good, we've all done some bad. So worry about the now, not about the crash. Cause you keep tripping over actions brought up from your broken past. Don't talk about what you should have won. Don't worry about what you could have done. Just don't quit if given the chance. Cause we don't all get one, so take you a stand. I've been looking for good, but I've been walking through hell. I don't know how to act. I'm always messing up on this railroad track. So I whistle while I walk. Whistle out the talk, do it all day, so I ain't gotta worry about what they say. Whistle while you walk, whistle out the talk. You ain't gotta hear everything they say about messing up. Bystanders only hear out the bad, so give them what you fixed while you're whistling past. Make a melody only out of your head, cause you only got used to lead yourself till you're dead. Whistle while you walk, yeah. Hey, I've been looking for good, but I've been walking through hell. I don't know how to act. I'm always messing up on this railroad track. So I whistle while I walk. Whistle out the talk, do it all day.
Hey, what's up,
so I ain't
Anglo?
gotta worry about what they say. Whistle while you walk. Whistle out the talk. You ain't gotta hear everything they say about messing up.
Cool. Was that Ohio? Was that done in Ohio, or where were you?
Yeah, I was in Ohio. I do most of my videos in Ohio. Actually, all of my videos are in Ohio.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so Bree, she's in the chat. Her and her kids were in there. Mike Helton was in there. They're in, I believe Mike's still in the chat. But her daughter was the one with the tape, and then her son was the one that punched me. That was like, come here, and then punched me. And that whole video was actually, it was kind of a it was subliminal, and I'm not going to get into the subliminal part with it because I don't like talking about it, but there's definitely a lot of subliminal messages in that video. And the fact of Whistle While You Walk. I wrote this song because of a rapper.
Oh, really?
A rapper came and told me that I mess up everything that I do and that I'm never going to make it and that I'm basically a piece of shit. So I was like, all right, well, fuck you. I don't care. Like, I'm better than you. I have a better like support system, and you really ain't shit but a snaky promoter / rapper that's really bad at what you do. So I whistled while I walked because I didn't really say anything back, and I just elevated myself off of it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see a little bit of live stuff. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, that was a smaller show.
Yeah.
You should show them the one where I'm in front of the crowd.
Yeah. I saw you one night on one of those shows where like it was standing room only.
Yeah, it's on my reels. If you look at my reels, there's one, it's like a whole bunch of people in front. Yeah, if you can find
but I mean, you had a real command on the crowd. And then I saw the one where you dove out there, and see, if it was me, everybody would have jumped out of the way and I'd have landed on the floor. But no, they waved them all the way across. I thought that was badass. I thought that was cool the way you did it. Because everybody does that differently.
Yeah, I like getting thrown around. Sometimes it hurts. Like, I've gotten punched in the balls.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Somebody did. Oh man.
They don't mean to. They're like holding me up, and it's like boom. I'm like,
It's kind of funny, man.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
So I have another Afro Man show coming up in Texas.
Oh, do you really? Cool.
Yeah, and January 17th, I'll be at the Revolver for Kentucky Mafia Music. David Gist, you know, he's a promoter that I've done business with, where he asked me if I could sell a certain amount of tickets, and I was like, yeah, and I sold more than said amount of tickets, and I just kept doing that and kept coming to the show, and like I would show up just to show support sometimes, and they'd let me perform. Well, he hit me up and he's like, I got a show January 17th, and recently he was in a live with somebody and was like, I will always invite Richie out to shows. He's good showmanship. He's good with the crowd.
It was a good show.
Yeah, he's a good vibe and he's respectful. And that's a big thing that I get from a lot of promoters. They're like, he's very respectful. I try to clean up. I tell my people to be at bay, like, don't be getting drunk, acting stupid. I really just try to be a positive vibe to the party. But when it's show, when it's time for the show, I get on this persona. I'm still the same Richie Valor, but I get up there and I'm like, I'm the shit. It's your turn to listen to me, and I'm gonna give you everything I got. And I even say it on Young and Free, gave the crowd all my energy, and I do, man. When I'm done with my show, I'm drenched head to toe.
He's exhausted, yeah.
Yeah, and I get off the stage, dude. I'll climb up rafters. I'll jump off things, all of it.
Yeah, he does. He does crazy shit, but yeah, I've seen that too myself. But let's call it. So. I'm going to get into reading some more of the stories. You can hang out if you want to. You can hang out with us. You can comment if you want.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, by the way.
No,
I just came up with the idea for this afternoon. I should have promoted it better, but it's because when I realized Dr. J wasn't going to be here, I was like, you know what? I got time to bring him in finally, because I kept telling him I want to bring you on, play some of your songs, get people to know who you are.
But yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, obviously. Yeah, but I'm gonna do some stuff. Do you want to hang out?
Yeah, I'll hang out. But before you get into your story, now that my interview time is over, I want to tell you guys this. When you wake up in the morning or the next time that you're in the mirror, I want you to tell yourself you love yourself and tell yourself you're great, because you got to love yourself to be able to love the world. And man, all of you, this world needs your beautiful soul. So I love you.
Thank you, sir. They were upset. Let me see. Yeah, that's right, guys. Do me a favor. Hit that like button if you haven't already. It actually helps us a lot.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hit the like. I just did. My bad.
Yeah. I hit my own like button. I know that's frowned upon, but I don't care. I'm going to check out all the videos on your channel. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah. Let's see. He jumped on the raft. He did, actually. Yeah, I saw that. Well, in the one video, Young and Free's hanging from one of them. Yeah, but I saw you jump on that one rafter. I was like, what the fuck's he doing? And I watched. That was the one where I was talking about where there's a lot of people. Yeah. Sounds Gnostic. What does that mean? What do you mean it sounds Gnostic? I don't know what that means. But anyway.
I'll sound Gnostic. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So let's see. What should I play? I'm going to play some videos. I got some videos that I could do. Tom Somalia, 80%. I played Tommy Robinson. That was a great video, by the way. If you guys missed it, I'm sorry. Tommy Robinson went off on. You know what? Because guys are here from the UK now, so I'm gonna play it again because it's that good. I thought where he's telling off Tucker Carlson, and let me just bring it up again. There we go. Let me bring it over here. All right, I'm gonna. Here we go. So let's bring it here. I'm going to bring it up. This is a great message to people who behave the way that Tommy's talking about. Here we go. Right?
Tucker Carlson. I got Tucker Carlson on the video yesterday talking about he has more in common with his Pakistani taxi driver than he does some white middle-class American. Yeah, what do you know? What does Tucker Carlson know about living in a Pakistani town? 50% of my town's Pakistani. You don't know nothing about Pakistani taxi drivers. We do. We're beaten up by them our growing up. Our daughters are abused by them. Our wives are harassed by them. Yet you pretend you know something. What do you know in the United States of America about growing up around Islamic immigration? They're all talking about, well, the Muslims and the Christians are together. Yeah, come and say that in Europe. Come and experience that in Europe. We're not together. They're not with us, you clowns. But I listen to all these new right-wing commentators talking just because they hate Jews or hate Israel, saying we need to work together with the Muslims. Yeah? Come and speak to people who live with Islam. It's infuriating. I'm watching, like, even Tucker Carlson thinking, what do you know about Pakistani taxi drivers, mate? What do you know? Do you know who's ferried all of our girls round in every town city? In Rotherham, Telford, Oldham, Rochdale, Birmingham, Bradford, Leeds, every city where our daughter's been raped. Who ferried them round? Pakistani taxi drivers. Tucker, your mates, who you'd rather hang around with. You know nothing about this subject. So don't try talking about it just because guitar are in your back arse, because it's pretty infuriating. Yeah. And I see that so much coming out of the United States. I'm looking at it thinking, you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Unless you live in Minneapolis.
You're not plagued by Islamic rape gangs. You're not surrounded in a town with 50%, with 45 mosques. You've got no idea what you're talking about. So don't just start talking about how we need to be, we're all friends and Muslims and Christians are together. Yeah, tell that to the Christians in Afghanistan. Tell it to Christians in Pakistan, the Christians in Iraq. Go speak to the Christians in the Middle East. Go speak to the Christian population, which has gone from 20% to 7% in the last 20 years. Why?
Yep. I feel you, man.
That's a good perspective, though, from another man to another man.
Yeah. What's this? Tommy knows nothing about living beside Irish, but demands we in Ulster work with them. I don't know what that's about. You want to come on 40 and explain that? I'll send you the link, bro. Seriously. Let's see. What's up, Ludwig? Daniel Bolin show. Okay. Let's see.
He said, well, Piers said it okay because UK now has great chicken curry.
Who said that? Bobby? Ludwig did? Cool.
No. Wait. No, Chris. Chris did.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I know the guys in the chat.
Oh, Misty with the $5. Let's go.
There you go. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let me see. Oh, it's not going to play. How do you like that? Why is it not playing? Oh, that sucks. I wanted to play, but it won't play. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you. They're play. It's supposed to play. Let's see. No, none of them are playing. Oh, wow. I got to do something about that. I got all these videos that I play on the background if somebody donates and it's not playing. Sorry. It was a thank you.
Charlie said, you're in the same country, 42. Why can't you get along?
What's that? What country?
I don't know. Charlie said.
No, he's not here. Yeah, he's not here. Yeah, he's across the way. By the way, I'm going to be watching tomorrow night, 40. Yeah, I try. You know what's up. His show starts at 5:30 our time, which is like 10:30 their time, right? And he does a good 2 hours. I think last week he did more than 3. I think it was. But what's it called? The link. Which link?
He wants the link for the to be able to get in the StreamYard, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I'll send it to you. Absolutely, man. I'll bring you in. I would love to bring you in. Invite guests. There, I'll paste it here so you can come in. Just click it there. Awesome. Yeah, I have not watched a stream yet from 42 where I didn't learn something. Honestly, where I didn't learn something about history of Europe, particularly the UK. And yeah, he's really good. He's really good. So there you go. Click that. Here he is. All right, everybody. 42. What's up, brother?
Oh, 1 second. I need to. Fuck. I haven't muted your fucking stream, so I'm hearing myself. So I'm not.
All right.
I did the same thing. I was like, why am I hearing double? And I looked, I was like, oh, the YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to mute the other tab that is the show. Yeah, it sucks.
Before saying anything else, Richie.
Yeah. Which one? Him?
Yeah, your son.
Yeah.
To be clear, about 12 years ago, I escaped an abusive relationship. I then went on to try to find help and support from wherever the government was, and it turned out there was fucking none. So I created Men's Rights Northern Ireland, and since then I've been working with men who have been in the shit. And you, sir, have a fucking talent
Thank you
for explaining how men can move forward. And please, sir, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much. That means a lot.
So, what's for the show tomorrow night? 40. What are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm not 100% sure, but what I will say is about Tommy Robinson.
Yeah.
So what he said there is the people who are saying that the Muslims and the Christians should join together because they're living in America, but they've no idea about what's going on in Britain or other European parts, right? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So his point is, I live right next to the worst of this shit, and you should probably listen to me.
Yeah.
Is that a fair interpretation?
I think so. Yeah. Basically, he was dissing Tucker Carlson because Tucker made that comment.
Right.
I actually agree with him.
And he's saying you don't have to live with the consequences. So, you need to shut up and listen to people do. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Tommy Robinson has been behind, or people connected with Tommy Robinson have been behind the supposed cross-community anti-immigration protests in Northern Ireland. However, the fact of the matter is there are no cross-community protests. There's one side of the community that wants immigrants, and there's one side of the community that does not want immigrants, and they have manufactured this fake thing that looks like there is. They brought people up from the Republic of Ireland, from Coolock, to protest in Belfast, and whenever those people went back to Coolock in Ireland, they were told, fuck away off. We don't want anything to do with you because you've been contaminated by being with those orange bastards up north. So I think my problem is that while Tommy is saying to Tucker, you don't know what you're talking about because you're not close enough to the problem, Tommy's also promoting the solution in Ireland that he does not know anything about because he's not close enough to that problem.
Yeah,
it's like the shit rolls downhill and everybody lives in a valley.
Yeah.
But I'm just pointing out where the different stages in that valley are coming from.
Right. I don't know anything about that, but I think I had to agree with him that a lot of people over here, we really don't. I mean, except for like Little Somalia, which is otherwise known as Minneapolis.
Rich, here's the thing. I 100% agree with everything Tommy Robinson said there.
Yeah.
But the problem is he doesn't realize that he's doing it back down the stream.
Right. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. But I could tell the frustration in his voice too. I read another one earlier too. I don't know if you were on then, but it was how the UK is about to make it almost illegal to speak the truth about all that. Like they're about to put more speech codes in.
Rich, that's not the big problem.
What is
it? What else we're about to do?
What's that?
We're about to remove jury trials.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not.
Wow.
They are doing away with jury trials apart from a couple of cases, forms of cases. I think it's possibly murder.
Right.
They're trying to make sure that jury trials are not there for rape.
Wow.
Because too many falsely accused men have been exonerated through the legal system. Like that. So they're trying to get rid of jury trials for that.
Wow. We have a thing that a lot of people don't know about, but it's called jury nullification over here.
Oh yeah,
and it's legal. I mean, because the Constitution allows. See, I don't know how the jury is over there, but the jury over here is basically where the people get to say, do we think that law is bogus, or not?
Oh, here's how I explain that one. You have the court case, and you've got the legal people who argue the points of law, and then you have in the jury the common people, and they judge: did this person do the right thing? Did this person do the wrong thing? And all they need to go is right thing or wrong thing, and the legal people figure out what the penalty should be,
right,
or the exoneration.
Yeah. Well, I mean, over here, they learned about jury nullification because it's through the OJ trial. It was back then, because I mean, they couldn't have provided more evidence to show that he was guilty of sin. Okay, and yet they all voted. They all voted to exonerate him.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and people here started learning about jury nullification, and it was not a good thing. In fact, I know in Atlanta, for the civil trials, the money, right? Atlanta juries were the awards that they would win. They would give out to the winner would be to the complainant would be so outrageous. Like if somebody broke an ankle, it's like 25. Jimmy from Philly in the house. What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Richie?
That the judges had to overturn them because it was like the lottery system, because it was Atlanta. So you know what I'm talking about. But it was like a lottery system. What's up, Jimmy?
Yo, what's up, Uncle Jimmy? You looking good, bro.
What's up, man?
Yeah. They haven't talked in a while.
I think I'm looking old.
You are.
Yeah. Thanks.
But you got weight to you. You look great.
Yeah, he got a little weight put on, but that's it. Very little. You can have all mine. How's that? I know the whole family's here. Oh my goodness. That's really something. All right, cool. We just got to get Josh on. I should call him. Get his ass on. Yeah. Yeah, he's in Texas right now. I don't think he would come on anyway. Rich, you have difference in the OJ trial. OJ didn't do it. Okay. Yeah, I think he did.
The glove don't fit. You must quit.
I took my own gloves, and that went on perfectly fine. And I went, now watch. And I went, oh, geez, I can't get it on. He practiced that prior to.
The problem
that lawyer died young.
Yeah, but the other problem is the jury came out and said we acquitted him in retaliation for some other case. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people still think he didn't do it, but I thought the evidence that was there, and they didn't use all the evidence. I mean, they just threw up a shit ton of evidence that showed he did it. And I mean, I respect everybody's opinion, but there was no way. In fact, there were stories where the foreman of the jury was the first one was a woman, and they said, like, what happened was the judge, because he sequestered them for so long, he let them all have, like, he would hire like a comedian, right? So they hired this magician who was also a comedian, and he did a show for them in the special room that they were able to sit in. And so they liked him so much that the foreman walks up to him. This is during the trial, right? And she said, you know what? I like you. We got to have you at our OJ victory party. And he stood there and went, wait, what? And like, she just let the cat out of the bag, like our OJ victory party before the trial was even over.
Yeah.
I think, it was like 3 weeks in, something like that. But I want to get off that case. I don't want to talk about that. But
Richie, I would say that your music now, thank God you stopped rapping. And I wouldn't call that country rap what you're doing. I think that's more like pop music.
I think it's country rap a lot. Some of it is, yeah, but I think, go ahead.
It's more like pop.
You know, a lot of the promoters.
Hey, what's up? Take Two Drum.
A lot of the
Good to see you,
promoters and a lot of the artists and they're like, you do fit into our country rap world, but you're a lot different. You're the most different country rapper that I've ever heard. So
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. All of a sudden, it just started sounding good. I was like, I'm running with it.
I'm not saying that pop is bad, but it's more like popular music.
The
true.
The actual category for his music should be spoken word, set the music. However, put it into whatever genre gets it in front of the public and can be used for the sale.
Yeah, well, country rap was I think that's your niche right now, and who knows, something else might come along, but yeah, you tried like everything, and you did well in a lot of them, but this country rap is your thing right now. You got it nailed. You do. Yeah, but guys, he's got songs that are like really good that he hasn't put out there yet. That he sends me them. And you gonna do something with the beat I sent you today?
Yeah, actually.
The song "I'm Dope."
Yeah, I am.
I wrote a song with AI called "I'm Dope," and it's actually pretty dope. But I got the vocals out of there, and I just sent it to him because he said earlier when I played it on his stream. He said earlier that he liked the beat, so I can't wait to hear what you write with that because that'd be pretty good. Yeah. So Jimmy, what's going on, man?
Not much.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah. We got let me see what else we got going on here.
How many shows do you do a month, Richie?
Oh man, a lot. Throughout the summertime, every weekend I was in a new state, and sometimes I was like the one week I had 3 shows in the week, and then I was in Michigan, then I was in Tennessee, and that Tennessee show the next day I was in Indiana headlining a show. It's nuts, dude.
So do you have winter bookings too, or that's slimmer?
I did, but I kind of hold back. I fall back during the winter because I'm getting my album ready and a whole bunch of like music videos and stuff. So I kind of try to like back off of shows because it's not worth it if you're not. So I'll get paid to do shows, and it's got to make sense for me to travel. Like the promoter's got to put me in a hotel, pay for my gas and food, and that's all I ask for. Some artists are like, I need $2,000. I'm like, nah, bro, throw me like $350. I'm good.
That's good. He's a cheap date, is what he's saying.
You should get what you're worth. You should get what you're worth.
Yeah.
If they're giving it to other people, what the fuck?
Well, it's honestly in the music industry, it's not about how good you are or what you bring to the stage or anything like that. It's about who you know and whose dick you suck.
Oh, dude. Oof.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
all right. Yeah. Yeah, we get it. All right, geez. I raised them. Here, on that note, I'm gonna show you guys how a little I know how a little 4-foot woman beat the shit out of Antifa. Watch this. I love this. Where is it? Oh, I gotta get the fucking sound.
Yeah, I saw this.
Fact checkers, YouTube. I think that's AI. What's that?
She's older.
Yeah, I think it's AI. I don't know.
Richie, I read comments. She's known.
Oh, is she?
I don't think it's AI. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, so that's real.
She's known. Yeah.
Oh, how about that? Wow. All right. Yeah. She. What's up, Anglo? Yeah. She started swinging. Crazy, huh? That was pretty good. But I don't want to get hit up because of violence, that whole thing. What else we got going on? Let's see. I got some other videos going on. Citizenship revoked. What else we got? Yeah, Gavin Newsom. I got to do this one, guys. This is great. Mr. Gavin Newsom. Let me share the screen. Watch this. So, internet goes nuts over Gavin Newsom's odd testicle-crushing sitting pose. Look at this guy. Look at him.
What the?
What the?
And they want him to be president.
What?
Look at that. I mean, look at that. They want him to go. I'm surprised he's not like, yes. So anyway, when I run for president, I mean, come on, guys, look at that shit. I mean, holy mackerel. As at least he's crushing something. The internet had a ball Thursday mocking Governor Gavin Newsom. What's that?
Can G.I. Joe do that stance?
Yeah, really. Here's Gavin Newsom's weirdly tense, testicle-crushing style of cross-leg sitting at a speaking engagement. He doesn't even realize he's doing it. Oh man, look at his foot on the floor, man. It's like all bent and shit. Like, what is he? Holy crap. The 58-year-old politician was discussing National Guard policies at the New York Times Deal Book Summit, where he struck a pose that made him the butt of a joke on social media. Of course. Let's see what other stuff is there. No, there's nothing yet. I got to see. They didn't post any. Damn. That would have been fantastic if they did. But look at that. Oh, man. There's another one of him going like, it's just a really, really fruity looking type pose. But let's see. What else do I have up here? I want to get some of these out of the way. Takes a long time to put up 40 different links. Let's see. No, I'm not going to play her. Ilhan Omar. Yeah. She's.
Yeah, Ricky, I've never done a standalone video. It's always been live stream.
Oh, I know.
I wouldn't even know how to do it.
Yeah, I know. You told me that. Yeah, we don't like Antifa that much over here either. Yeah. I call them Antifa, anti-First Amendment. That's what they are. Anti-First Amendment. That's what it stands for. And they call you a fascist, even though they silence people, which is the whole thing with the fascists, right? So they silence people. Let's see. Yeah, Musk is back with Trump, which is a good thing, I think. Yeah, you want to watch Ilhan Omar lose her shit? This is good. Where the hell? Why do they keep doing these goddamn pop-ups? So where's the video?
They've been saying they're going to lock her up for years.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to lock her up, but I think I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on with her, to be honest with you. But her own people who are going to throw her out because they're like all complaining about her. Here we go. Let's make this up here.
Can you shed any light on why the fraud got so out
Watch
of control
her face
in Minnesota?
and she's so full of shit. Watch this.
I think what happened is that, when you have these.
He just asked her why the fraud in her district just got so out of control. And I guarantee you guys that when the feds start actually looking at this, that they're going to find out she had her hands in it. I can almost guarantee you that. Who's coughing?
This kind of new programs that are designed to help people. You're oftentimes relying on third parties to be able to facilitate.
So it's third parties are the reason why the fraud got so bad, not the fact that her people from Somalia, the Somalis have this attitude of, well, we're all on the dole, but if there's a scam going on and you don't get in on it, you're a sucker. That's literally the way they think.
What she's saying is plausible, though.
I don't think so in this case. I don't think so. I mean, anywhere else, yeah.
A lot of the COVID.
Jim, it evolved around a restaurant called Safari, and it was a Somali cuisine restaurant in Minneapolis. Okay, St. George Floyd lived around there, right? And so in that area, so they were claiming it seats 35 people. Okay, that's the restaurant. That's the most that they could sell at a time, right? But they claimed that with this money from taxpayer dollars, that they were feeding. What was it, like 100,000 or 10,000 or 1,000 children a day, and they can't find a single one that ate a single meal. The money was coming in. They stole $250 million in that one alone, and then they had another scam that was fake autism centers. Right? The money was pouring in from taxpayers from Minneapolis, Minnesota state level, and from the feds. And they were going on cruises, all kinds of wild vacations around the world. They just went overboard because after a while they thought, well, what the hell? Nobody's caught us. I could just do what I want. So here she is trying to explain it away.
They were set up so quickly that a lot of the guardrails did not get created.
Yeah, a lot of the guardrails did not get put. You're full of shit. She's full of shit. Let's see. What else do I have? What's this? Yeah, Tim Walz' neck. Yeah, Tim Walz. That's another thing because they're like Tim Walz did things that allowed that to continue. Like people went to him and said, like people in the government said, you got to stop this, the fraud that's going on. He just let it go because he didn't want the Somalis to be mad at him. That's what it was.
Can they prove he was told about it?
Huh?
Can they prove he was told about it?
Yeah, they already have. There were members of the state legislature that came out already and said, yeah, we told him. He didn't care, apparently. Yeah. What, Chris, you're right. It's $1 billion, but for that one, it was $250 million on the Safari one. It was called Feeding the Future, and it was supposed to be to feed poor kids. Now, what I want to ask every Democrat, governor, and mayor, why the hell do you have so many Americans that need food programs? What is it about your freaking policies that are so shitty that you got that many kids, like 100,000 kids that are in poverty and can't get a meal? Come on. And the people just keep voting for that shit. You know, you can't call it oppression if you keep voting for it, and these people keep voting for it. So
how many Somalis are in Minnesota?
Oh, let me pull that number out of my ass. I don't know. Look it up.
Oh,
man.
what?
I don't know. Yeah, but it's a lot. Well, apparently it's the largest Somali population in the United States, and I think like
that I know,
the third largest in the world or something outside of Somalia. Yeah, but well, Trump took care of that. He's not letting them in anymore. He's not. They're the news is behind, Jim. They're saying it was 19 countries. It's now over 30 shitholes around the world that are not allowed to come here anymore. And Jimmy, it's racist. You know you're going to get that, right? But the fact of the matter is, it's true. It's like all these third world countries, they come here to get on the dole, to get our money, and they don't want to assimilate. Like we read one earlier. I don't think you were here. We read one earlier where the Somalis are now saying they would prefer Sharia law over our Constitution.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then get the hell out. Get out. Get out. We don't want you here. You know, we just don't. Let's see. What do I got?
I love that Trump called him a retard. That was fantastic.
Yeah, we did that story too.
Yeah, I heard it.
Here's one. We got what's his name? Emmer? Yeah, Tom Emmer. Let me play this one. And it's about time, you know, that people are speaking up again. Let me see. I'm probably going to get the I'm probably going to get the commercial. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I am.
Investment to help keep this country running.
Somebody needs to shut down their tab.
Radical jihadists are not
because I'm hearing myself.
Promises death.
Thank you.
Has been investigating Somali gangs in the Twin Cities now for
Here you are, Jim. This is your answer.
I am grateful President Trump has raised this to a national issue. This is it's kind of like a small version of what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were doing at our southern border for the last 4 years. Tim Walz is as corrupt as and incompetent as the day is long. You got $1 billion of fraud. You got the largest fraud case pandemic fraud case in the country.
Yep. Yeah, it's true. The largest pandemic fraud case in the country was that feeding thing. Yeah, the feeding the future. Can anyone see me? No, I don't see. Hold on. Maybe you're down below. Somebody has to fix their mic. Hold on. Let me go around and check it. Jimmy, I think it's you because I just muted you and the sound went away. No, I'm testing everybody. Yeah. Hold on. I just muted you again. The sound went away. Yeah, there's something going on with your sound, Jim.
All right, I'm out.
All right, sorry, bro.
All right.
All right, man. All right, now that he's gone, let's talk about him.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah. All right. So what was the other thing that I was going to play? There was one other one. Where is it? The pipe bomber. That whole thing is a mess. Now they're trying to say that the whole pipe bomb thing, the theory that we have, was all wrong. I don't think so. I think they put this guy up to it. Probably they're going to pay his family or some bullshit. you know something's going to happen. So this is Jasmine Crockett, makes $174,000 a year in Congress. Let me bring it up. Yeah, she's another piece of trash. Jasmine Crockett makes $174,000 a year in Congress. The average Texan makes $52,885 per year. Meanwhile, Crockett says she doesn't get enough money. Reminder: Jasmine has passed 0 bills while in Congress. Imagine that.
We don't get enough money. I mean, I'm being honest, and I know that some people may take issue with that because they talk about how much money we make, and I get it. It's not that we're obviously getting minimum wage, but by the time you talk about having I have a mortgage and I have an interest rate that is like 3%. Interest rates are not that low anymore, right? That's number one. Number two, so it's a matter of, oh, do you sell your home, then go somewhere else and get a higher interest rate? Like there's all these variables. And as a single woman who has one income, who's not allowed to make outside income, there's a...
What is she like? Is she like condoning taking money? Yeah, doing what Pelosi did to get filthy rich? I mean, think about it. Is that what she's condoning? Unbelievable. Yeah, also thinks we can land on the sun. Nah, that's funny. Let me see what else we got. I already played that. The Somalis saying we would rather have. Here you go. Here's one. Britain. Again, the UK government. Here we go. They're trying to take down Breitbart. So it has here, UK PM's chief of staff, Morgan McSweeney, ran secret censorship campaign to destroy Breitbart News. This guy says the crackdown on freedom of expression and dissenting thought by the UK's Labour government was hard baked into its DNA long before it took power, with the most powerful unelected official in British politics having run a shadowy AstroTurf organization working to destroy unaligned news outlets with unacceptable views, probably, including Breitbart, a report states. Labour Party think tank Cutout, never heard of them, posing as a grassroots anti-fake news group, right? Work to, if that were the case, there'd be no news in England. Group worked to kneecap left-wing outlets that were a threat to the globalist left worldview, and the right-wing outlets that positively covered the U.S. president, Donald Trump, and Mr. Brexit Nigel Farage, it is claimed. The revelations come in an article published by Dropsite News by South African investigative journalist Paul Holden, citing a trove of documents that expose the operation and promoting his forthcoming book. Unreal. Let's see. Crucially, Morgan McSweeney, the British political activist who propelled I don't know. How do you pronounce his name? Is it 40? Is it Keir? What is it? You there?
Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer. Thank you. Yeah, political activist who propelled Sir Keir Starmer to the office of Prime Minister went on from leading this well-funded quintessential example of astroturfing and became Starmer's chief of staff in government, making the alleged censorious schemer the most powerful unelected official in British politics. Yeah, if you can shut down your opposition, right, to your speech, then you're the only speech that's being heard, and therefore you must be right. This is how they think. But he claimed McSweeney and his allies blew up British politics with a blast radius that extended across the pond to the United States to launch an AstroTurf campaign that mounted a ferocious attack on non-conformist media and free speech on both sides of the Atlantic. The campaign was catalyzed by a desire to demonetize and delegitimize outlets, thank you, for who reported sympathetically on factual opponents of McSweeney and his allies. In other words, anyone who told the truth, right? That campaign directly sought to cancel outlets reporting favorably on Nigel Farage and the Brexit Party. I don't know how you guys feel, but I like Farage. I actually like him. I don't have all the scoop that you guys would have, but, you know, I just like the guy. He's pro-Trump, and also I like him. It also made several ad hominem attacks. Ad hominem. That's the key. That's the quintessential assault that a leftist gives you. You know, when you're listening to their pattern, you go, "You're a fucking idiot." Oh, it's an ad hominem attack. Ad hominem. Yeah, I'll give you an attack. on U.S. President Donald Trump personally and sought to ensure that Breitbart was barred from receiving any advertising at all from the UK's cabinet office. This was all conducted behind the veil of misdirection and secrecy. Now, Breitbart certainly doesn't need money from them for advertising, but the point was, the government shouldn't be out there. Now, I know you guys don't have a First Amendment, but the government no government should be out there trying to silence any opposition party. And it just seems like the globalists, that's all they're about. What even is a Fabian? Exactly. Yeah, just unreal, man. The shit that's going on in this world. Here you go. Did I read this one already? I don't think I did. Good. I'm going to. All right. No, maybe I did. Yeah, I did actually. It was how did America make it 250 years without enrichment from Somali refugees? Yeah, I already played that. It was Trump going off saying that they suck. That's why I like him. He doesn't care. Well, here's another one on Ilhan Omar Stitchfield, I think he's still on Newsmax, but I haven't watched Newsmax in a while. But this guy was pretty good. Let's see.
I'm with President Trump when he says deport her.
Ilhan Omar married her brother, Ahmed Nurset Elmi.
High school record evidence also support the claim that Elmi is indeed her brother, with enrollment records that state he was born April 4th, 1985, the same birth date listed on Omar's 2009 marriage certificate to Elmi.
This, I believe, makes her ineligible to be an American citizen. Her citizenship should be revoked.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I have a problem with foreigners getting into Congress, but like you can have a foreigner that's here and they became American, yeah, great, and then you run. But foreigners like Ilhan Omar, who has been caught giving speeches to her constituents saying that as long as she's in Congress, Somalia will be first over America first. I just think that's bullshit. I think that she should just be taken out. Fact checkers. What I mean by that is thrown out of office by the. Yeah, Rich. We got when you do conservative news, you have to watch everything you say. So
yeah. Sorry, I'm on my phone. I have this link. A bunch of people for me on this YouTube thing, and I'm just texting people, spamming them the link.
Oh, all right. What was it? A link to what? Your channel or what?
Well, no, there's this thing. It's an artist of the month for this this site called Dump It or Bump It, and I'm winning right now. I had no idea.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know.
All right, let's go there.
Link in the chat.
Yeah, put the link in the chat, son. We will all go in there.
I'll send it to your Facebook, and then if you could,
right.
you could put
I'll
it
post
in the
Yeah,
link,
that's
and then
right.
have
Yeah.
everybody just do this real quick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's awesome.
You guys are awesome if you do that. I promise. Here, I just sent it to your Facebook, Dad.
All right, cool. Let's see, where is it? There we go. Let me bring it up. Oh, cool. Yeah, just do Richie Valor. Here we go, guys. Please go in there, hit Richie Valor.
Yeah,
Cool.
everyone go on that, John. And if you do and you send it to me, I'll send you an unreleased song.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, dude, you're 53%. You are killing it. That's all right. Now, all we do is click it, right? You don't have to do anything else.
Click my name. Yeah, click my name
Yeah,
and then
that's
write
it.
Richie Valor's the shit or something in the comments. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Richie Valor is the wet fart. Is that what you wanted? What was it? All right, let's see.
Charlie Rose said, "Wait,
Richie Valor
what?"
should win this. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, sorry. Or actually, is it YouTube or Facebook?
Yeah, it's YouTube.
Oh, it's YouTube. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I was just going to say, what the hell am I saying? Facebook. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think we can vote twice, so don't cheat, guys.
No, cheat.
No.
Food early, food often.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're already winning.
I don't think it'll allow you to cheat.
55. You just went up 55. Cool, man.
Yeah,
All
everybody vote.
Special
Hit
K.
that vote.
Special K on acid. What's going on, man? This guy's a drummer, Rich.
So
He's a
look,
good
I've
one.
I've
So
I've been
it's
on your
two-
show and
two
been
drums.
watching. I saw the Special K guy, and I like what he writes. He's very interactive.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see what else is going on.
He said, "Oi, shaggers."
Yeah, let me see. Let me get another one out here. Pete Hegseth. Let's see. CEO Trump will allow them to make affordable vehicles. Yeah, our auto industry is about to climb again because Trump just signed something. It's going to let them make cars again. He took away the Biden year, the things that wouldn't allow them. Let me see. Experiment on her when wow, woman sues CIA for experimenting on her when she was 16. Yikes. Let's see. Mike they tag teamed. Yeah. Pompeo was a piece of shit. Let's see. What else do I got? Why? Woody, Greg Jarrett. Let's see. Is that a video? I hope. Yeah, it is. Good. I'm going to put this up. This is another one about Tampon Tim. And this is Greg Jarrett, who's pretty good. He's the legal guy on Fox. As Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett said, Democratic Minnesota Governor Tim Walz allowed the state's massive COVID-era fraud scandal to fester because he sought political favor from the state's large Somali community. Walz defended his administration Sunday by claiming Minnesota attracts criminals and telling the public not to demonize the Somali community, even as he faced questions over more than $1 billion in welfare fraud tied to Somali-linked schemes. Now, that affects all of us in the states, guys, because it wasn't just Minnesota taxes and Minneapolis taxes. This was federal taxes went into all this crap, too. Appearing on the Evening Edit, it wasn't on Fox, the Evening Edit, Jarrett said the question many Minnesotans want answered is, why would Walz allow this massive fraud? He's a good speaker.
Craig, what do you make of this? Nearly 500 state workers accused him, Walz, of retaliating against whistleblowers, of incompetence and not acting on fraud warnings, saying he's 100% responsible. Have you ever seen state workers publicly slam a governor like this and telling Kamala Harris, don't pick him as your running mate? Have you ever seen this?
No, I mean, this is a first. But look, is anybody really surprised that the largest COVID fraud scandal happened under Tim Walz, the guy who famously admitted during the vice presidential debate that he's a knucklehead?
Yeah.
Well, this proves it. What's so shocking, as you point out, Liz, is the accusers are hundreds of his own
He's also committed stolen valor.
state workers who say he's 100% responsible for fleecing $1 billion from taxpayers. You know, this is beyond incompetence by the governor. It extends into the realm of intentional malfeasance. He did this deliberately. Evidence shows he was told of the fraud early on, refused to stop it. He allegedly aided and abetted the schemes, retaliating against whistleblowers, trying to discredit the fraud reports. So if all of this is true, and I suspect it is, the question is, why would he do it? Well, the answer is he was currying favor with the large Somali community where the fraud was largely happening. He was turning a blind eye for political gain.
Of course, that's the Democratic playbook. They look at taxpayer dollars like it's their money. They really do. And you know what? When the Republicans start doing that, I won't be a Republican. That's just how it goes. Let's see. Pasty white dude. Here we go. This is going to be good. Yeah, let me see if I got the commercials. Yeah, I'm going to avoid the commercials before bringing you in. All right, let's go. All right, let me bring it in.
Fast forward.
Okay, here we
Count.
go.
Sure. On election night, Caruso's got a strong lead. Time to go to bed, right?
Hold on.
Uh-oh. I'm
Sorry.
shocked nobody's talking about this. In Gavin Newsom's California, they called the recall against him Prop 50 and his re-election bid in about, give or take, 120 seconds. You can have your ballot counted, but you didn't even leave the parking lot of the polling center yet. Your vote did not count because it didn't even go on the truck yet, let alone get processed and counted. So the biggest state in the country, they're calling elections in 10 minutes. Let's go back to 2022 to the LA mayoral race. The day before the election, the LA Times drops an article. Oh, the days of election day results are over. This election may take weeks to count. Sure. On election night, Caruso's got a strong lead. Time to go to bed, right? Uh-oh. They only count votes on Tuesdays or Thursdays. So it took 3 weeks to count every ballot. Suddenly, massive mail-in voter dumps kept coming in only for Karen Bass, but he was in a heavy lead. Where was those ballots coming from? The morgue, the cemetery, Koreatown, East LA.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. We believe you. I still get ballots to my home for people who haven't lived here in 7 or 8 years. Their mothers, their sisters, their brothers, their uncles, their cousins who probably never even lived in California. We don't trust these elections. Democrats vote early, Republicans don't. So how can it be that all the new ballot dumps were for Democrats when they're the ones who usually vote in the beginning? Doesn't make sense. So since that election, everything's changed. The whole state's been counted in under 10 minutes. Sure. Okay. Bottom line is we have to play their game in order to win anything because Karen Bass was selected, not elected. Fun fact, LAX, right? It's
She's a
Tom
moron.
Bradley Airport. Who's Tom Bradley? The first liberal mayor.
Karen Bass is quite possibly the most unskilled, unaccomplished person that ever ran LA. LA alone, county, right? LA County and the city, it alone has more people in it than I think 23 other states. Think about that. And she's the mayor.
Mayor of LA, the longest serving mayor, 20 years, 1973 to 1993. Oh, just a side note, he's black. Not even a decade after segregation ended. So maybe we're not that racist as they're trying to paint us out to be. Fast forward to 2020. George Floyd happens. And they're like, Biden, you're like racist AF and white and pasty AF. So we need to diversify your black woman. Who are the contenders? Karen Bass and Kamala Harris. Kamala has nothing on the table. Miss Knee Pads gets up and hires a dirty, scandalous, shrewd oppo team to dig up all the dirt on Bass. And it was 24/7 wall-to-wall coverage on the fake news too. On this type of USC bribery scandals, Scientology connections, you name it. It was dirty. They torched her. And then they told her, shh, be a good girl. We're going to make it all better. They gave her the mayor's seat of the second biggest city in the country. What a gig. Zero oversight. Launder whatever money you want. Burn it in your neighborhood you please. And you're going to get away with it because, do I have to say the obvious? Just use your imagination. She gets away with it. They took weeks to count that race because she was selected, not elected.
Yep.
Moral of the story. If we don't vote early, nothing changes. I hate the system. But right now, I feel that all of you that waited to vote, your votes went in the trash.
Yep.
I've studied these elections now.
Yeah, guys, she's right about that. In the United States, Republicans have to learn vote early because what happens is, you know, that in states like if you have one lousy county that's run by Democrats in an all red state, they could completely screw up the election. They send because they're always the ones that are in charge of sending the voter machines out, right? They always send the shitty machines into very, very red districts. So that because a lot of people are like, I got to go to work. I can't wait around for these things to be fixed, right? And they don't vote. So if you vote early, your vote is in. It's and a lot of people are afraid because they think if I vote early, my vote's not going to count. They're just going to knock it out. No, they're not. If you get in and you vote early, then your vote is in there. Nothing matters what happens on election day. You're in.
These COVID elections for 5 years. We have to make it too big to rig. So in order to do that, we have to play their game.
Because in 2024, all the red states that Republicans voted early, and also in blue states like Detroit, Republicans voted early, and then we had the disgruntled Democrats that helped us, and I hope they stick with us. But we just won every single time. The Democrats knew that for a long time, but we always went out on election day because we didn't like the whole gourmet menu of the way people vote. It used to be election day. Now it's election month.
Bottom line. It's a terrible game, but we have to do it. And then we can make all the laws we want when we're back in charge. But right now, we got to take it back. We got to flip California red. And the only way we're going to do it is to play their stupid game.
That's right. I hate to say it, but Ronaldus Magnus is the one that made California as bad as it is, Ronald Reagan. Because what he did was he went along with the amnesty, and the Democrats lied to him. He gave amnesty. They didn't give the border security, and they didn't give money for what was it, the E-Verify program, which was you wouldn't be able to hire an illegal without getting proper ID. So let me see. If we were a Dem, I would have raised immortal hell. Parties can't. Yeah. You know what? I asked a lot of Democrats that, and I said, like, So I was like, so you say you're all for, you know, that Trump is destroying democracy, and yet you had to vote for someone that was never vetted properly by the people in your party. Like, there was no primary. She didn't get a single primary win ever. Right. And so you're going to tell me that you have a democracy when you shoved her in everybody's face? 42 still here. Didn't see 42 go. No, he's still here.
No, I'm still here.
Yeah, he's still here. Yeah. Let's see. Well, there's parties. Amen. Sorry. Yeah, there was no primary vote. Not at all. You know, they just wanted warm diarrhea brains out of there after that abysmal performance that he gave on that debate stage, where he had
like
that look, like he looked horrified at the one point, like, what's he saying? Was it English? Yeah.
It was like that time in Dallas whenever everybody woke up and had been in a dream, and all of a sudden Kamala Harris was the candidate for the Democrat Party.
Yeah. And they talk about what, you know why they did that though, 40? Because her name was on Biden Harris, right? That was the name of the campaign. Therefore, she had the right to the money, to the millions of dollars, the tens or maybe $100 million that was fundraised. And so she said, I'm not giving that up. There's no freaking way I'm giving that up. So, you know, you got to pick me. So they and plus, who are they going to put in there in such short notice? No one would have won, because, and it wasn't just, I mean, the fact that Biden was a really weak, bad candidate, and he had 4 years of awful treatment of Americans, right? The way he spoke to them, the shit that he did, you know, my patience is wearing thin with, it's a pandemic of the unvaxxed, all that bullshit, right? Total racist prick. You know, his whole Independence Hall speech where he looked like Hitler with the red background screaming, you know, while he's yelling about those evil MAGA people, right? I mean, the whole thing, that, and then Kamala was like the biggest, you know, moron that ever ran. That was just that was a great extra. I think it was because everybody remembered what life was like under Trump, and then they just went through Biden and they wanted Trump again. That was it. You know, so I don't think these Dems fell in love with the Republican Party, and right now they shouldn't. I'll be honest, because the Republicans in the Congress are acting like a bunch of pussies. If I were them, I would be out there in my district every day saying, hey, guys, this is what we're doing in the district here because I support the president. And the president wants to put these manufacturing plants here and here. You guys are going to get jobs galore. Love you all. Bye. Vote for me. We would keep the House. As it is now, if they don't do that, I can guarantee we lose the House. But Republicans aren't like rabble rousers. They're not loud. You know what I mean? They're conservatives, and that always hurts them. But they really got to get out there. I mean, maybe we got to sick Scott Pressler on him because he's amazing. But somebody has to be able to tell them, guys, get your ass out there and speak to the people. Get commercials out there. Do town halls, live town halls. You know, just go out there and say, look, this is what we're going to do. This is what's coming in. You don't see it right now because they're building the plants right now. Trump has brought in $13 trillion in investment. And this is what we got in our district. Now, if you give it to the Democrats, we're not going to get any of that. It's going to go back to the DEI programs. It's going to be back to all the bullshit that we just got out of. Yeah, so I really hope that they catch on to that, because if we lose either, we're not going to lose the Senate because we have more red states than they do. But we could lose the House because it's that close. But we could lose it because they're just not doing anything. 600 pounds, blackberries. What else do we have? Trump admin dramatically scales back work permits. Yeah, he did. What is this? That's torch own weak party. Yeah, this is good. Let me do this one now. And you, 40, you want to jump in at any time, you go right ahead.
Yeah.
So, young Democrats torch own weak party. Young Republicans are more loyal. The young Americans have a broadly negative outlook on both political parties, although young Democrats are significantly more critical of their own side than Republicans, according to the 51st edition of the Harvard Youth Poll. released Thursday. Now, remember, Harvard's real left-wing rag of a school. When respondents were asked to describe both parties in one word, 58% used a negative word for Democrats, with weak being the most common one, according to the newly released poll. In other words, they're too weak when they try to destroy the American dream. Meanwhile, 56% of young Americans surveyed use a negative word for Republicans, with corrupt being the most common. How the hell do they find the Republicans as being corrupt? You see all these damn, well, like I said, Harvard is very left-wing, but you see all these scams coming out and being uncovered by the Democrats, and yet the Republicans are the one. You can thank our media for that perception. Almost 48% of young Democrats describe their own party negatively, compared to just 35% who described it in a positive light, the survey shows. By comparison, just 1 in 4 young Republicans used a negative word to describe the GOP, while nearly half, 46% of them, used a positive word to describe it. Well, finally, we're getting there. Rahm Emanuel. They used to call Rahm, remember him? He was Obama's first White House chief of staff. Well, he went on to become the mayor of Chicago, right? Did nothing good for the city, like we didn't think he would. But they used to call him Rahm Deadfish Emanuel. And the reason why is because whenever he was in Congress and whenever he won an election, he would mail a dead fish to his opponent. Nobody knows why, but he's a sicko. I mean, he would do that. Rahm Emanuel, an ex-Obama White House chief of staff, publicly criticized the Democratic Party as having a weak and woke image in May. Similarly, Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom, who is rumored to be a prospective 2028 White House candidate, suggested in late August that Democrats are grappling with a weakness problem because you're weak. I mean, look at the way he sat down in that earlier story that we did. In July, Democratic strategist James "Where's My Gumbo" Carville wrote in a New York Times opinion piece that he has recently heard fellow Democrats refer to their own party as cracked out clown car. Research and I'll bet he did hear it. Research from the Speaking with American Men project, released in June. That was, if you remember, they spent millions of dollars on that to learn, the Democrats, to learn how to speak to men again, because they spent the last 10 or so years trashing men just to prop women up. They had to. What's that?
Did they not get the Good Mangina project involved in teaching them how to do that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're right, but they had to learn how to talk to men again, because their idea of a man is Gavin Newsom or Tim Walz.
But the thing about it is, whenever they wanted to learn how to talk to a man, they brought in the Good Mangina Project, official name, the Good Man Project, which is a feminist organization that talks down to men and tells them that they constantly need to do better without considering any of the constraints that those men currently live under.
Right. All right. Well, it was decided a long time ago in our public school system that, which is why I'm glad Trump's getting rid of it as a cabinet position anyway, because what they decided a long time ago was that the public schools were now going to push for young girls and do basically nothing for the young men. And that's a fact.
Oh, and it goes much further than that.
Oh, yeah.
And how long ago do you think that began?
Well, I know my mother was in the union for teachers because she taught at University of Pennsylvania's. Well, she worked at University of Pennsylvania's School of Periodontics, and so she was in the union for that. And that was back in 1982, maybe, where she told me that she got the newsletter from the union. I think it was TIA CREF. She got the newsletter that said, "Yeah, this is what we're doing now," and she thought it was ridiculous.
Well, by 1960, this effort to change the behaviour of boys in schools had hit Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And to be clear, we may have had more than that to worry about, because at the time, on the 6 o'clock news, you heard about the 5 bombs and 6 shootings every day.
Right. We had Columbine.
Yeah.
See, Columbine, like the psychologists and whatnot, they came out and said, look, when you go 10 years in school and you have a society that was used to telling the young men, you're going to rule the world someday. So you got to do well in school. You got to kick ass because you're going to take over industry, right? Well, at that same time that the public school system said, no, you're not. She is now. Okay. Which I don't have a problem with, right? But the feminazis, they all thought, okay, so women take home ec, but the men take the business stuff, which was true. Okay. So
it goes deeper than that. What they did was they began treating boys as dysfunctional girls. And all of this emphasis in schools on behavior is what's driving all of this, because they try to tell us that girls mature faster than boys, which is untrue. They mature at the same rate but differently. So girls from a very young age will learn to engage and play one-on-one and make eye contact.
Right.
That's how girls communicate. Boys from day one will learn to work in more of a herd and try to play more communal games like football or rugby or baseball or whatever it is. And they will, as opposed to sitting face to face and eye to eye, they want to stand shoulder to shoulder and communicate differently. And what has happened is academia has decided that how girls behave is mature and clever, and how boys behave is somehow wrong, from which the term boisterous comes. And that is where all of this begins, and then that eventually leads into exam results and all that, because whenever we look at it, we find that whenever we take the gender out of all the testing, female teachers tend to mark girls 10% up and boys 10% down to give us a 20% difference.
Yep. Well, with the Columbine study, they had said that that when you have young men who are no longer being, pushed by parents and schools to be the best you can be, like they did for since time immemorial in this country, but what do young men tend to do? They tend to hang out among themselves and get in trouble and do crazy shit. And so they were trying to say that mentality was what could have led to the culture of I forget what they called themselves, the jackets that they wore. They had a name for the something mafia. I forget what they called themselves, but that's why they did that, because they were tired of being told you're nothing, you're a piece of shit, no one cares about you.
Here's a question for you. Boomtown Rats, greatest song, I Don't Like Mondays.
Yeah.
What was that song about?
I don't know. Be honest, I don't know.
Right, you're quite aware it was a worldwide hit, yeah?
What? You're what?
You're quite aware it was a large worldwide hit.
Yeah.
That was about the girl who didn't like Mondays, so instead she decided to shoot the pupils coming to the school. So where we have boys that shoot up a school, we go, what the fuck's wrong with boys that they shoot up the school? Right. And when we have girls that shoot up a school, and who was actually the first person to do it, we make a fucking song and turn it into a chart sensation and try to understand what was done upon this poor girl that made her shoot up the fucking school. And until we actually get to an honest discussion about the fact that some people are assholes, some people are not, the gender's not going to make a difference, the race is not going to make a difference, and we need to look out for the assholes. Until we get to that point, we're never going to move forward.
I know. Well, Trump is they're getting rid of the Department of Education because they want it to go back to the states. And the lib nuts are having a tizzy, you know. Let me see. I used to listen to that song. No one discussed what it was about. I know, because we just in America, we just listened to song. It's a good song. What's it about? I don't care. It's
yeah, the silicon chip inside her head and flip the overload.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to go to school today. It's just going to make them stay at home. And we can see no reason, because there are no reasons. What reasons do you need to be told?
Right.
Yeah, because she had no reason for it. She just said to fucking plug people.
Yeah. Crazy shit, huh? Oh, well, let's
Which also says something about what Richie's doing with his music and whatnot, because what we grew up with in the late 70s, early 80s, and we had all these songs that briefly referenced events or whatnot, but didn't properly discuss it. It's quite different to what he's doing, which is giving you an actual full story and understanding. I mean, I whenever I was growing up, teenage age, we had probably had it in America as well, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Oliver's Army. And it was because it said Checkpoint Charlie and Oliver Cromwell and referenced all these different people. You thought that song's thoughtful, intelligent, but whenever you look at it as an adult and look in there, it's not. It's a fucking shopping list.
Yeah.
As opposed to what Richie's doing, which is giving you the story of it through and what it means.
Yeah. Well, that's what rap really is, and country music too.
I like to talk about life and what everyone's going through, because my niche is country heads, blue collar guys. And at the end of the day, they try to tell us that we don't have feelings and we're not emotional and we don't go through shit because we just rough it out. But it's not true. So every day I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I'm like, fudge, dude, I got to go to work. And so I write songs about it. And then the songs that I come up with, when I put them on stage, people come up to me at my merch table and they're just like, I resonated with that because of this. And that's what you got to do. Like, I don't try to talk about no offense, but I don't try to talk about the politics that's going on. I don't try to talk about like what star is dating what star. I want to talk about what's actually going on in life here and now.
Right.
See all the people that put out the bullshit that men don't talk and they have boundaries and don't share and whatnot. They've never spent one day on a building site. They've never spent one day on a factory. They've never spent one day on a farm. Because whenever you go to those people where men work shoulder to shoulder, fuck me, those conversations just flow.
Yep.
Men have no problem with talking. The only thing we've ever had a problem with is finding people who will listen, and particularly people in authority.
And that's what I like about the music industry, because if you have a good message and you actually sound good, like if you got a good product and you have the look and you just come with the character and you have your team and you have everything in order, it's psychologically, people are going to want to watch and they're going to want to listen. And when they start to listen, if you have that good product, they're going to hear what you're saying. And like I said before, I'm on a roof every day. I deal with asphalt tar and EPDM and TPO and just really bad things. I get cut and I just keep working while I bleed. And people love that because they're like, this is a dude that doesn't act famous. He doesn't act bougie, and he actually goes out there and he works a regular job, and they want to hear that because they go through the same life struggle that I go through.
Right.
Exactly. Excellent, Mark. Excellent.
Someone said, is that Theo Vaughn? No, I'm Richie Valor.
Yeah.
A bougie. Bougie means like high end, like high class, like
bourgeois.
Oh, like bougie. Like instead of taking a water, they're wanting sparkling water. You know what I mean? That's not me. I'm gonna drink spit if I have to.
Right. Yeah, the bourgeois, that was a Marxist thing. Karl Marx, who never worked a day in his frickin' life.
Bougie.
Yeah, he sued his family for money because he got pissed that they didn't leave him anything.
Yeah.
Let me play a comedy one just to lighten everybody's. Hold on, let's see. What is it? Here we go. I'm gonna bring this up. I hope I don't get in trouble for playing this, but it should be really funny. Let's see. Nope. Let's go here. Here we go. So let's.
White people can't dance. That's a stereotype. It's a very broad statement. White people can't dance. White people dance just different. With the same amount of energy. You ever been to square dance?
Trying to make it bigger, but
see,
can't.
White people can dance their ass off. You can't show up to a square dance without knowing how to. You gotta be a rehearsal. I call square dancing white soul, because they break it down. Got a fiddle and a banjo.
He's right. Can't get it up. I was hoping to make this larger. Pretty funny.
Break it down.
Oh, I'm getting down.
Never seen those ever.
They break it down too. They be in the pocket. Make their own instruments. Got a jug. Got a washboard.
I love this.
With the spoon.
He's a straight face.
You ain't got to know how to square it because they got an MC. The MC tell your ass just what to do. When I say step to the left, you step to the left.
He got to be tired.
When I say step to the left, you step to the left. Step to the left, let's step to the left. Now step to the left. Now stop. When I say turkey, you say corn. Turkey. Turkey. Slow down.
That's fun. I think that was hilarious.
Oh,
because he's right.
Have either of you two been to a square dance?
Yeah. They used to have a place in King of Prussia, PA, and it was a club that was square dancing. And when you went in, if you didn't know how, which was me, they gave you classes right there.
Right.
And so I took the class, I failed, and they made me take it again.
Yeah.
I was terrible at it, but I had a good time.
What about you, Richie?
What? Can I dance?
No, have you been to square dance?
I mean, at all of my shows, they square dance, but I don't square dance.
Right. Okay, so out of the three of us, and one of us being from East Belfast, Northern Ireland, there's two of us been to square dances.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean,
you never went, right? You said square dancing is gay. All right.
Yeah. Whenever I was growing up in our churches, we had square dances.
Yeah.
Whenever I was a teenager.
That guy was funny.
So how? What's it? I like your accents. What's the music scene like in Ireland?
Oh, it's pretty much like it's like the United Kingdom, exactly the same, pretty much. Yeah. There are other exceptions. If you wanted to, you could go and find traditional music being played in pubs and stuff. And there is the whole other musical scene that I would be more involved with, which is marching bands and flutes and fifes and bagpipes and all that sort of stuff. But the mainstream, there's no difference between the chart music and everything here and in the rest of Britain.
Oh shit.
Funny.
I that makes me want to kind of put like bagpipes or like some type of something from Ireland now in a song.
Oh fuck. Oh, if you want the
DC did it.
If you want the unique sound for a song, put fucking lambeg drums on it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like a good, because I'm Irish, you know.
Lambeg drums.
So I would love to be. I think that I'm gonna try to do that for my next thing.
Hopefully, I'm going to be hearing some lambeg drums tomorrow. If that works out, I'll record it and I'll send you the file.
Cool. Yeah, I'll give him your email.
Who is this Billy Blogs guy? He's kind of funny.
He is. He's cool. All these guys are cool. Everybody in here is pretty cool. We have the greatest chat.
Yeah, if you're trying to figure out who Billy Blogs is, join the rest of us.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but he's not like her. Well, he is like herpes and like, you know, seem to get rid of him, but he is actually also a decent lad.
42. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, that's funny. Billy is controversial. Yeah, one night I think, Billy, you were drunk and you were giving me shit. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Billy's giving me shit here. Because you never do.
No, Billy is. He's a decent lad.
He's hilarious.
I'll tell you something else, Rich.
Yeah.
See if you want something researched, just mention it to Billy Blogs and let the gremlins in the head do the rest. And come back with all sorts of answers. Will you please try to imitate one of the Rich's accents? There you go. I could not do that.
One of Richie's accents? One of Richie's?
Yeah.
What, you got an accent, Dad?
You or me. Yeah, we both have accents according to these guys.
Yeah.
If you don't eat your meat, you don't get your...
You can't have your pudding.
You can't have your pudding.
Yeah.
You're beginning to sound Scottish. You're heading into the Japanese territory.
Oh, there you go. Japanese territory.
Japanese.
That's pretty funny.
As an Ulster Scots, I can get away with this because this is talking about my heritage. But whenever you hear Scottish people and they're all about, I don't care what happened here, it sounds something between Scottish and Japanese, which we call Jockanese. Because the Scots are jocks, and Jockanese, no fucker knows what they're saying.
I like your accent. It's cool.
I've got the Belfast accent, and I can't really do Scots. The only really reason, all right, whack. Yeah, I can do like a Liverpool accent. I can whack. All right, mate. I can do that sometimes.
That's pretty funny.
So is the American accent hard to do?
The only reason why I can do sort of halfway Scotch and halfway Liverpool is because I grew up hearing it all my life, and it's sort of something that crept in. But I don't know. I'm not really good at accents anyway, so you need to ask somebody that does those.
Rich is an Irish plant, confirmed.
Someone said you should come here more often. You're a great guest, and by that I mean you know how to handle yourself on a stream. You know how to be quiet, and when it's time to speak.
Yeah, that's Commander.
Yeah, well, sometimes
he's the moderator here.
So I had a hard time at learning how to be quiet throughout my life. And it just seems that like as I get older, I begin to slow down.
You know what? Let me say this. You know when you hear people say, "Oh, that kid, he just bounces off of walls." This fucking kid would bounce off the walls. He'd be running around in nothing but a diaper, like run to the next one. He would bounce off of walls. He had more energy in him than a nuclear facility. No lie. No lie. It was like, honest to goodness, I'm making fun of you now, son. You know I love you, but we'd be watching a TV show, and I'd be like, all right, I'm only going in there, and I'm going to grab something to drink. Don't touch anything. By the time I got back, which was like 30 to 45 seconds, something was broken. He broke something. Yeah, Rich's drywall loved him. Yeah. Something was broken. You remember the time I had a Rush Limbaugh mug. I really bought that big ass mug, right? And I just had it in the car because I was transporting it to somebody else to show him. And so I go into a store and I go, all right, don't touch this thing, right? And he's sitting in the car waiting. I went in to get I used to smoke. I go in to get a pack of smokes, right? I come out and I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. He broke it. Now he's like, I just looked at it. Then it was another time, the same store. I go and I go, all right, look, I'll be right out. Don't touch anything, right? He goes, can you get me an orange juice? I went, yeah, sure.
No, this was in Jersey.
So I get him one of these orange juices that is like the plastic container. You know, it's before we knew plastic was bad. So, I mean, it's freaking orange juice, right? So I go, here you go. And I hand it to him and he goes and he opens it. And for some reason, the freaking orange juice exploded all over it. And just the look in his face, he's sitting ahead like this and he went, because he knew I was going to freak out. It was a brand new car too. And it was orange juice everywhere. And I'm like, dude, that wasn't your fault. Like, that can't be it's orange juice.
I was so scared.
There's no bubbles in it, you know, but, oh, this kid, he was really something. Yeah, if I could bottle the energy he had, oh my God, I'd be a millionaire. But he's fine now. But oh my goodness, was he? I never saw a kid as hyper. Your Uncle Jimmy, up until you came along, was the most hyper of the boys, and then you came along, and wow, you left him in the dust. Yeah, but I'm glad that you started using all that shit to do good things. You know, he does.
Yeah.
So proud of you.
Being more hyper than Jimmy cannot be a good thing.
I know. And he really was. My mother said the same thing. She goes, man, your brother was very hyper. She goes, he was nothing compared to your son. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I was like, but that's okay because we love watching him bounce off of all the things in the house. He would. And he wasn't a kid that if he fell down, he wasn't one of those kids that would cry and ask for, you know, like pick me up. And he wasn't about that. He just wanted to run everywhere he could and bounce into stuff. Sometimes I thought he did it on purpose, but I don't know. But that was him as a baby in diapers running around. It was funny. It was always funny.
Hey, someone said, I joke, but this is one of the best streams ever. Father and son together. Let's go.
Yeah, that's Commander again.
Hey, someone said, make sure Jim got the ankle pics I sent him. It was the devil's raspberry.
Oh, man, that's funny.
I cry. I only cry in the shower. Man, I cry every day when I go to work.
Yeah.
Richie Valor, I love your dad and uncle, and the fact that they are polar opposites makes it even better. I mean, life would be boring if we were all alike. They are definitely bipolar opposites, except they share the same political values. And
yeah, that's it. Well, Jimmy used to be a communist, and until I red pilled him. He'll tell you that. He'll say, I wasn't a comment. Yeah, you were a friggin' Marxist until I red pilled him. It's true.
Well, I believe, you know, I was lucky.
Thanks, Charlie.
I was lucky because my other side of the family is kind of brain dead, but then my father's side is like very well balanced with the smarts. So it kind of like balances me out. I'm like one of the most stupid, smart people you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I remember you put that name up. Let me see. I cry after a whack from time to time. Billy is 40. Billy is your version of Bobbity. Just across the pond from each other. They're the funniest two in here.
I cry after a whack from time to time.
Oh, funny. You never can tell what Billy's going to say.
I know.
Hold on, quick shout out because he sent me a message and shit. I'm not quite sure what I said wrong, Mr. Blogs, but just to be clear, I come from Northern Ireland and I also class that as Ulster. And I'm not Irish. In case anybody got a wrong impression.
Yeah.
So it's fucking scary as fuck that.
Let me see.
Really
What did he say? Men can cry, but it's more functional in our own way. That's right, Beth. The weak. Yeah, let me see. Who's this? This is a chat. One crow's together. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad he looks like his mother because the poor kid would have been really bad off if he looked like me. Yeah, 42 is British, he said.
Yeah. Also, relation. I was about to say former sins there because I normally tag that after everything else I say about myself, but I can't say anything sinful about being Ulster and British.
Oh, okay. Let me see something. If I can do this for you, I'll play a song. We'll go over to a song now. Let me see. I wrote an Irish song. Believe it or not. Let me see. I'd see if I can play this. How do I get that? Here we go. That, and we'll play it here. Let me go in here. There we go. I'll pull this up. Okay, here we go. This is a song I wrote. I was remember 40. I was saying for the show,
yeah,
that I was going to do a song, but I'm not going to play it tonight because I'm going to leave it for the show. But it's a song about New Year's, and it's an Irish one. But this is one that I worked on before I did that one. So let's see. We'll play it now. Is it on screen? Yeah. So let's play it now. Here we go. Listen up.
The rain fell soft on the cobbled lane. A mother's call through the window pane. With a rush of feet, the supper's near. The scent of turf and a mug of cheer. Oh, those days so hard, yet bright. The fire's glow, the fading light. And I've walked through the years, through the laughter and the strife. God has blessed me with a simple life. A roof, a hand, a child's soft tune. A love that's grown beneath the moon. I met her down by the Shannon shore. A smile that stopped the world once more. With calloused hands I asked her name. A farmer's boy with naught but shame. But her laugh was sweet, her eyes did gleam, and she made me feel like a king in a dream. And I've walked through the years, through the laughter and the strife. God has blessed me with a simple life. A roof, a hand, a child's soft tune. A love that's grown beneath the moon. The cradle rocked, the seasons turned, the lessons taught, the bread we earned. And though the gray now streaks my hair, I've riches here beyond compare. And I've walked through the years, through the laughter and the strife. God has blessed me with a simple life. A roof, a hand, a child's soft tune. A love that's grown beneath the moon.
Yeah. There you go.
Not a bad wee tune.
Yeah. Yeah, that works really well. That took about 3 prompts to get it right. Usually it's less.
I for a long time I've been against AI a lot.
Oh, I know.
So that's just the perspective of an artist. I mean, I can see it from the outsider's perspective of doing AI. It's really cool to see what it can do, and like it's come a far way too. Because I remember when it first started out to the point where it is now. Because sometimes I'll go onto these review sites where they do music review and whatnot, and I'll just throw my song in there. Someone thought that one of my songs, Demons, was AI, and I was like, that's a compliment, but thanks. But yeah, it wasn't. But I think in the future to come, people are going to have competitions whose AI song is better.
Oh,
yeah. I just do it because I think it's pretty cool that I can prompt it. There's a thing called vibe coding now, and I think vibe coding came out of the idea from using things like Suno. I've been getting it. It's AI coding, but it's vibe coding. In other words, I've been a programmer since 1994, and I know like 9 languages, and I've written millions of lines of code over those years. But with this, it's like vibe coding is you just talk to it and tell it what you want. And that's what AI is pretty much all about.
Here's where I see the problem with AI. For the likes of YouTubers who do factual content and stuff,
yeah,
it could take them a week to develop, research, and produce a video and whatnot. And Rachel, you will know this yourself with covering news and whatnot. But for what will take you 5 hours of work, somebody else can do with 5 minutes on AI.
Pretty soon that'll be true. Right now it's really not, but pretty soon that will be true. When you hit ASI, it will.
Well, I think that there should be a limit of how often a person can fucking upload.
Well, right now YouTube is doing something where there's like YouTube was against AI in the beginning, and then they said, you know what, we now learn that it's here to stay, and it's not just in video and music and all, it's business and whatnot, so we're going to allow it. But if you have AI in your video, they demand, and you could get your channel terminated, they demand that you mark it off. There's when you're uploading a video, there's a checkbox you have to say, yeah, there's AI in this. Because they want people to know, because then they put the notice down. AI was used in the formation of this video. Yeah, ASI it's artificial super intelligence. Let me explain that. We had Grok, which is it's Elon Musk's AI for X.com. Well, with Grok, he did what they call Spaces. It's pretty much just a podcast on X, right? And he did a Spaces where he talked about going ASI. He said it was a long speech he gave about it, and he said that AI. He said we are about 2 months away from, and I forget what he called it, but he said after that we'll be 3 months away from ASI. And in his speech he used the word terrifying 3 times. And he said when you hit ASI, to give an example, he said you'll be able to give a prompt to AI, and you can say, I want you to create a movie, and here are the character names, here's the plot, here's this, here's that, here's the settings, the scenes, and all that. And he goes, in about 10 minutes, it'll generate a complete full feature film with a score, with dialogue, with the music in the background for the scenes and everything. And he said, and that's terrifying. And it is terrifying. I mean, They're going like way too fast for all this stuff. But Elon is one. He's in the camp where like he was hanging out with the co-founder of Google. In fact, he was living in his house until the guy found out he was banging his wife. But before that, they had a discussion, and the discussion was about do we let AI one day? AI is going to look at, like, if you think about it, when we truly do have, and this is precursor. You're not going to have a century. It's not going to be a what do they call it? No, shit, begins with an S. Can't remember the word, but it means that they're totally sentient now. It passes the Turing test, right? And they said that when that happens, immediately it's going to be smart. It's going to have an IQ smarter than the smartest person by like 5, and then exponentially every day it'll grow more. Okay, so they said eventually they're going to look at humans like the way we look at insects. They're not needed. Like a roach, a cockroach. They're not needed, so we step on them. So are they going to do things to try to extinct us, right? And so Elon was in the camp that, no, we have to put, guardrails in. We got to block that. And Serge, I think it was Serge from Google, said, no, I would never do that to my AI. And Elon said, so that, the way he was talking, he was treating it like it would be one of his children, and that he wouldn't harm it, even at the expense of humanity. He goes, I had to get the hell out of there. And he goes, because that is just so opposite of where I am. So there are two camps. The one camp is, nah, let it do what it has to do. The crazy ones. And then there's the other side that says, no, we got to have guardrails in there. Singularity. Thank you very much. That was it.
Did none of them watch Terminator?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's
I saw
the thing.
that
Yeah. See you, Pam. Yeah.
Good night, Isaac Green. Hey, thank you very much for voting, Isaac Green, on that link. It means
everybody here voted. I went down the list. Everybody did. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man.
I appreciate
You're
it.
kicking ass, by the way. You're like way ahead.
I think I'm on 66%.
Yeah, you're like way ahead. I don't think anybody else could 67 right now. So anyway, what they're saying is that they want to put guardrails up, but this vibe coding is dangerous because you don't have to know how to write any code at all, and you could write full applications with backends and everything. I mean, you don't have to know anything, any language, anything. They have a site called lovable.dev right now, where it will create any web app for you, even an API if you need it, right? But it has a back end of Supabase. Now, Supabase is pretty much Postgres database style. It's an RDBMS, but it's Postgres, which I like. I use Oracle, though, and work. So, but Supabase also has the ability to create front-end stuff. And so you got people that are going to go in there and start trying to build stuff for companies, and the companies are going to buy their software, right? Like websites, web pages, whatever, landing page. It doesn't matter. But then what's going to happen is these people, like the company's going to come back to and go, look, we got a bug here. Can you fix that? And they go, no, because he doesn't know the first thing about coding, right? So, but I think the only way it'll work really well is if you get the vibe coding, which is really just talking to an AI to tell it what you want. But only if you're a programmer like me, if you're a programmer that knows the languages that are going to be written in, because then you could go in there and fix it because AI is not always right. It makes mistakes left and right. So I think the vibe coding, vibe coding will bring down planes like that one in India that dropped. Remember? Yeah, but what you're asking? What voting? Yeah, I'll put the link up again so people can vote. Just vote for Richie Valor. Let me put it in again. Yeah, just vote for Richie Valor if you can. Because what do you win if you get it?
$100.
Oh, is that it? Oh.
I mean, it's $100 free dollars.
I know. Who are you going to donate it to?
My music career.
There you go. Your food bill, right? All the dude. Right now, AI is huge. Right now, there's more money going into that than anything.
Yeah, just don't get it on our Max 737.
What's it called? If any of y'all are close to the Tennessee area, January 17th, if you come out, I'll throw you free stickers and stuff and shout you out. So if you come out to Tennessee at the Revolver of Cookville, January 17th, the tickets are on Skeletix. So if you
Tell
guys come
people
out,
how they
you'll
can get in
see it.
touch with if they want to, because other people are going to watch this after the show.
So the social media is Richie Valor on Facebook, and that's where you're going to find me the most. That's where I love talking to all my people. But you can obviously look up my stuff on YouTube, and you can Google me, Google Richie Valor, and if you get a hold of me, I'll talk to you back. I'm not one of those weird artists that like don't talk to people, you know.
In fact, shit, he ran 5 hours today on a live stream and wrote a song with his people.
Yeah,
they all gave him ideas of what to say next, and he worked it out. I couldn't believe you did that. It was really cool, and the song came out well too. Thank you for voting, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hasn't been experiencing the cost crisis. What cost crisis? I don't know what he's talking about.
Food costs have not been that bad, like everyone else is saying. By the way, apparently I'm the only one. Are you like me and shop at the dollar store?
No, I think he's talking about AI still. Let me see. They are not generating any profit. A lot of them are actually, and the reason why the way is like I just got a 2-year lease on a server for N8N, which is it's no front end stuff. It's all back end stuff, which I want to use. It's you could do any task you want. Plus, you can connect to. It's like any service. Which, like for example, I did one. They call them workflows. Okay, a project's called a workflow. So what I did is a workflow where I put in RSS feeds to all my favorite, where I get all my news. Right, where that's how I figure out how to do a story. Right, and so I put my RSS feeds in, and then I merge them because, like, for example, you have Breitbart.com/feed. Right. Well, you could have 50 stories. So when I ran my feed the first time, what I do is I say, okay, now I want to send it to my Discord channel, right? And you can go in there in my Discord channel. It's in there actually, and you can see them. But what happens is Discord tells me, yo, dude, you're like trying to blind us here because it sent like 50 things, and so I got suspended for a little while, right? So what I do is I put in a limiter so that it will only send the top 5 from each RSS feed. And I do that so that it sets off every day at the same time. I do it at noon because by then most of the top stories of the day are out. So, I mean, that's very useful for me to be able to do that because it saves me time. What's that?
Just one quick thing.
How easy it is to meet
Commander, I'm not the brother that served in the military. I just want you to know.
Oh, yeah, Commander. Yeah, that's Josh. That's my younger one.
So my little brother Josh is, and I don't want people to think I have stolen valor. So I saw your comment on the YouTube poll thing, and I appreciate it a whole lot. But I did not serve. And my hat tips to my little brother. He is the one that's serving.
Yeah. He's a little sniper. You know what he's doing now, though, Rich?
What's that?
He's funeral duty.
Really?
Yeah, so it's where they fold up the flag, and he's the sergeant, so he's the non-com in charge. So he has to hand it over to the wife, right? It's usually the wife. And here's a funny thing: he told me that they had like a 2-hour training on don't look at the woman's boobs because apparently all the young men that would like that you have to bend down and say on behalf of a grateful nation, the President of the United States, I bestow you with this flag from honor and integrity and all that shit, right? And he said that they would just, because they're guys, they would just, whoa, check that out, you know? So he says that they train you that no matter what the situation, you must not take your eyes off her eye, which I think is a good thing. All right. I think that one, I think it's a good thing. But he said, so I had to train where I'm handing it down. And he goes, and some of the women that we were training with would move their head around, you know, just to make sure that you weren't going to lose it. You know, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
That's awesome that he's doing that.
Yeah. That's what he's on now. He was a sniper for a long time. And then he went over to Poland. He did 9 months in the Poland base over there. It was a defensive base. And now he's back.
I wanted to join, but I took the bad route. I kind of, for a good majority of my life, I was somebody that you didn't want to meet in the streets. I was, I was pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, he was an MMA fighter too. You had several fights.
Yeah,
I flew down to Florida just to watch one of them.
Yeah, I lost that one because I need the dude. I lost by points because I kept kneeing the dude when he was down, but.
Yeah. Well, you didn't do it intentionally.
The one I did.
Did you? Why?
Because I'm an asshole.
Well, I was a dick. Yeah, all right.
Because you can.
Because he can. Yeah, there you go. That's the answer right there. Because he can. Same thing with my dog when he. Well, never mind. Yeah. I was watching around. I'm like, I'm watching Thor, and he's licking himself down there. And a buddy goes, "Man, I wish I could do that." And I go, "Well, you could try, but I would pet him first because he could become mean." Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right, well, look, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Do me a favor. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate every damn one of you, and you know that. I love you guys. 40, as always, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Really great to meet you, Richie. And hopefully we'll get some emails going.
Yeah, I will give him your email right after this.
Yeah.
After we're done talking.
Hey, you guys, make sure you look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself and tell yourself you're great, because you got to love yourself to be able to love the world. And mine, everybody in this chat, the world needs your beautiful soul. Y'all stay with great. I love y'all.
All right, man. Thank you, sir. Dr. Jade Bass. Yeah, you were here late. Dr. Jade is out this week, and she's out next week. She'll be back on the third week. All right, 3 weeks from now. So, well, 2 weeks from now, actually. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Love you all. Talk to you later.